All right. I'm here. I'm ready. That took way too long, but welcome. This is my first YouTube stream, so it took a little bit to kind of set up. So I'm streaming simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube. So I'll have two chats to look over. I'll try to do my best, stretching my attention span to its very limits, but I appreciate everyone who showed up. People join in both platforms. Hello, Del Beto. Hello, Wallace Son. Thank you for stopping by. See, you guys have already begun the festivities. Yeah, would you believe me that it took so long to set up because I was trying to find my whiteboard and marker for TikTok? It's just ridiculous. But we're here. We're ready. I'm here for Twisted Metal. Hello, Joseph the Bear. Thanks for showing up on TikTok. If you want to see a better version of the stream that's not on a mobile device and through a mobile device camera and microphone, you can go on YouTube and look up Decidue and get a better stream there. Marginally better. It's slightly better. My capture card is not up to snuff with the rest of the other Twisted Metal content creators, but I do my best. 3 is underrated. 3 is underrated, absolutely. But I don't think that makes it good within the context of the franchise. I think there's much, much better games. Sweet Pepino on YouTube says my favorite Twisted Metal. I sure hope so. I hope it's somebody's favorite because I'm trying to learn to like it. Gonna do my best. Thank you for the follow, Landon Johnson on TikTok. I appreciate that. 2 is best. I wish I can like 2. I was debating between playing this one and Twisted Metal 2 because those are 2 games that I really struggle to, I guess, appreciate and engage with the same way that I do with Twisted Metal Black or Twisted Metal 2012 or even Head On. I think maybe just the controls and the... I guess when I didn't grow up with Twisted Metal 2 and 3, you know, like my formative years of playing Twisted Metal were not spent with those games. They were spent with Twisted Metal Black or Head On, and so my connection and the controls and muscle memory, all that has to do with Twisted Metal Black and onward. Well, hello there, Marker Inter. Hello, thanks for stopping by. I grew up on this, with this being my sole experience until I played 2 with a friend. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think if this was the first game you played, I can definitely see how this would be, you know, what sort of set your expectation for what a Twisted Metal should be. So I totally get it. It's absolutely my favorite, but I know nobody likes this one. I think you'll find a lot of people do like it. For instance, a new contender in the Twisted Metal content community, that guy on the internet, that one guy on the internet, oh boy, I butchered his name. But he uploaded a video of Twisted Metal 3, because this one is his absolute favorite, so you're not alone, definitely. Yeah, this is my favorite too, but I'm fully aware it's not the best in the series. Yeah, it is because also there's a huge difference between favorite and best, of course. So I get it. Like, your favorite movie is not necessarily the movie that's going to win, you know, the Oscar for Best Picture or whatever. Head On was my first Twisted Metal amazing game. I think my theory is that whichever game in the series you played first is most likely going to be the one that you connect to the most. You know, because when you're diving into the pool of Twisted Metal, you know, like the first initial shock of, wow, this is great, this is amazing, you know, is going to be a little more powerful than, say, your 30th playthrough of the 5th game that you've played in the franchise. So I totally get it. And if I can get some suggestions on the vehicle to use, I have no preference. I'm sorry to the people that like this game. They're all terrible to me as a player who doesn't know how to play very well whatsoever. So please, insert your suggestions here. I know Club Kid's kind of broken, so if you don't want this to take, 7 hours, then I think that might be a good option. Kongdu on YouTube says that Firestarter is one of the best, along with Flower Power. Suppose I'll take his word for it. The best is probably Black or 2. I think objectively, if you wanted to say which one is the best versus what's your favorite, I think those are 2 strong choices for sure. What is your opinion on Small Brawl? I unfortunately haven't played Small Brawl, and I'll do the cheat for Minion Sweet Tooth right now. I do remember it. It's One of them is left, 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 right, right. The other is right, 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 left, left, I believe. Which should give us access to everyone's favorite, the People's Champion, Sweet Tooth and Minion. So we got one for Club Kid. Howdy, Mr. Vix. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. Trosby the Shits. Hello. How you doing? Thanks for joining. We got Mr. Grimm. We got Thumper. We got Club Kid. I think there's a Sweet Tooth in there somewhere. So we're getting a lot of scattershot suggestions here. If we can all agree on one thing, that would be awesome. I'll pick the one that's easiest, probably. Thumper is also good, but he was previous speedrun record card. I didn't know that. That's interesting. I might try that, because, you know, the speedrunners know better than anyone, I think, in most games. So I trust them. We hear it with this choice, too. Grim, go for a tough playthrough. No, every playthrough for me is tough. So if you want, I have a full-length video on YouTube of, like, the conceit of this video, which is, can I learn to like Twisted Metal 3? And so you can see my experience. It's like a 40-minute... It's edited, so it's not even like it took 40 minutes to complete. It took 40 minutes to complete the video after I edited out all the parts that are not so great. So I'm just bad at this game, and I use Warthog for that run. So Mr. Grimm would probably take until the end of the decade, probably. Started with Twisted Metal 3 as well. To this day, it's the only Twisted Metal intros that gets me the most hyped. Yeah, 100%. That's one thing that you can't deny about Twisted Metal 3, is that the intro is just the greatest. It's so amazing. Can't forget the famous Quattro, basically RoboCop in Twisted Metal 4. Oh, yeah. I like some of the characters of Twisted Metal 4, not for, like, the quality of them, but just... They're so bad. But I like them. They're fun. If you wanted to learn to enjoy Twisted Metal 3, do not make him play as Mr. Grimm. I would always play a Spectre because Sports Car. That's true. Oh, and Outlaw 2. Outlaw is one that I think is underrated as well. Okay, so how about the first suggestion I see that's the same as someone else? I'll just go with that, regardless of how hard it'll be. I just need something. So we got Thumper and Sweet Pepino. So the Cheese Wizard and Sweet Pepino both agree on Thumper. We got Landon Johnson also agreeing with Thumper, so we'll go there. If anyone's confused on why I'm referring to names that don't appear in your respective chats, I'm doing a simultaneous stream on TikTok and YouTube. So if you want a better experience than what TikTok can offer with just my phone pointed at a TV, then YouTube's the way to go if you're interested. But we're into the game. We're playing. Hardcore gaming right now. I don't know how to use Thumper. I don't know what the strategy is. I imagine it's the same sort of idea as Twisted Metal 2 Thumper, where you freeze them and then just blast them with your special. But the special doesn't seem to work the same. It's a bit shorter. Like, the Thumper in Twisted Metal 2, that flamethrower lasts for, like, about 5 years. Like, there's, like, entire, like, presidential election cycles that happen between, like, the start and finish of the special. This one, it's about, I don't know, like, maybe a full second long. Let's try. If my freeze ever connects, I'll definitely give it a shot. And I'm trying to keep up with 2 chats at the same time as playing a game that I'm just not good at. So if I miss anything, I apologize. You guys are all great for showing up. I appreciate all of you. But the game doesn't appreciate me, nor does my ability to read small letters on a screen about 2 feet away from me. Hi Panda, how you doing? Thanks for showing up. Favorite card I played in this game? Oh, I'm glad so many people like Thumper, man, because I think Thumper gets slept on. No one talks about Thumper in any capacity, let alone like this game or Head On or what. Just a very neglected car. I'm trying to read so much at once. You guys are killing me. Now I came to YouTube. Thanks for showing up on YouTube. Yeah, I really do. I recommend anyone on TikTok, if you don't want to have a real shit experience, I would definitely recommend YouTube. Oh yes, Outlaw was always my go-to, except for Black, though. Always went with Crazy 8. I think it was more because of the special. Loved it. Oh god, I'm running into a wall. Yeah, I think because maybe the reason we gravitated to Crazy 8 was in Twisted Metal Black, the original Outlaw was supposed to be Crazy 8. And then the Outlaw that appears in the game was supposed to be Warthog, and the Warthog that appeared in the game was supposed to be White Knight. And eventually they did like a round-robin sort of thing that ended up with Crazy 8 becoming who he is, and Outlaw, and all that. little bit of musical chairs. So I'm gonna hope that they don't. The freeze missile never hits. It never connects, ever. There's my boy Axel. Yes. We're gonna take him out though. He's not long for this world. So everyone say your goodbyes to Axel. Also, I'm not one that really enjoys the part of Twisted Metal where you have to input a code to do it, like freeze missile, drop mine, rear fire, all that, because the same controls you use to steer, the D-pad, is what you're using to input those codes. So I think that's a reason why they don't register too often. It's not because maybe the detection or like the register on the PS1 is bad. I think it's just because like at the same time you're trying to steer and do all the crazy shit that Twisted Metal wants you to do, you're trying to input these codes. They kind of get mixed up a little bit. That's what I think. Same as someone here started with 3, then bought 2 and preferred that one. Yeah, I'm really surprised the people that do end up playing this game first, because this game didn't sell. It sold okay, but Twisted Metal 2 I think is still the pinnacle of the series. So I'm surprised that so many people started with this one, because it seems to be most people, and like the most like impactful experiences that I've noticed people have from this game, where like the soundtrack and like the vehicle designs and stuff, like this seems to have made more of an imprint on like the general gaming public than just about any Twisted Metal, save for maybe Black, which I think is really interesting. This is just a documentary, and I'm all for it. Explain more of the lore. If you want me to explain the lore on stream, good luck, because I'm trying to focus on like a million different things right now, and I'm just focusing on being coherent, let alone like trying to dispense like valuable information. But if you do want to know more about the lore in a more scripted and professional environment, you can look at my TikTok account where I have or even YouTube. I think I have a lot of shorts on there now that kind of goes over some of the stories and lore and stuff. So I hope that can satisfy you. But the lore for these games is disjointed and clumsy and really just a mess overall. Spectre is the coolest car. Dodge Viper. Oh yeah, I think I don't know if this is a popular opinion or not, but the version of Spectre in this game, I think is the coolest version for sure. Yeah, the blue Dodge Viper versus I think it's like a white, like mid '60s Corvette is what the other versions of Spectre are. Those ones they don't click with me like these ones do. Okay, I don't know if anyone here has watched. I'm sure a lot of people watched the Kongdu videos. He played through every single character on Twisted Metal 3 on the hardest difficulty and made it look easy. Just tore through these levels. Even the characters that are like borderline impossible to use somehow just went through the game as if it was like, I don't know, him playing on his like infant brother, just like ripping through it. And I'm no such expert at this game. I'm in fact very bad on like when I'm not distracted, let alone right now where I'm very distracted. Okay, I'm going to try to read as I'm approaching this health. Story mode is boring. Play deathmatch hard on London versus 7 enemies, including Minion. I think if you're someone looking for a challenge, like you're someone who's ascended the ranks of this game, and you just, nothing excites you anymore, absolutely, I'm with you. But this is plenty for me. I need to learn to like it before I learn to beat my head against a wall. I can't. I binge watched it all because of your rating Twisted Metal 2 ending video. Oh, okay. I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy. I'm compromising a little bit on my TikTok videos. If anyone's been around a while, my first initial TikTok videos are like 3 to 7 minutes long, give or take, which is like absurd for like a short form content platform. But it made sense to me at the time because, TikTok is much more likely to like distribute your content to more people than say YouTube is without a solid foundation of subscribers. But eventually I wanted to transition more to YouTube, and to do shorts on YouTube they have to be under a minute. So now my videos are very short on there, and so I hope that doesn't bother anyone. I'm doing my best. This game made either a strong good impression or a strong bad impression. Yeah, it's the most polarizing game, at least of the PS1 era, because I think, Twisted Metal 2012 is probably maybe a little more polarizing, maybe because of like the recency and stuff. But yeah, this game, either people are like defending it to the death, like they will fight you if you say anything negative about it, or people like will do the same if you like talk good about it, saying it's your favorite. They're like, no, they can't possibly be. You're lying to me. You're fucking with me. You're trolling. But no, I think it's just a good game, and some people tend to like it more than others. I think it's just a real politically correct way to put it. Unpopular opinion: Twisted Metal 3 will always be my favorite. Outlaw or Spectre were my go-tos. Yeah, so I think you'll find more people who say they like it than not. I think. There's very few people that I found that are like 100% totally against it. Like the people of the Twisted Metal Alliance community, I think when the game first came out, they were like online, like I think to the point of like harassing and like maybe not threatening, but like they're saying some pretty incendiary things to the developers of this game, 99 Studios. Like I think that community formed around the idea of just shitting on this game and its developing team. So I know there are people who are just aggressive, but I think people have toned down a little bit now. I think you should do a strong bad impression from Homestar Runners. I know what you're talking about, but I can't for the life of me like on the spot do one. So I apologize. I want to give you the best content possible, and I just feel like maybe your idea maybe is not conducive to that. Okay, no, we're not. I don't know what. Someone's trying to join my TikTok stream. No, thank you. This is a solo run, and I'm terrible at this game. This was a mistake. I should have played a game that like I'm more familiar with instead of this shit. It's gonna take like a year to get through. He made it look easy, but still died a lot. This game is BS on pure lunacy. Yeah, I think that's the only way that this game can be hard for like someone who's like familiar with the game. They understand the controls, the inputs, the map layout, all the stuff. Like they're not learning the game. They're good at the game, and they need a challenge. The only way this game can be challenging for someone like that is with the cheap shit, like the bullshit tactics, the free spamming, the rear fire exploit, whatever, ganging up on you. I don't think it's a satisfying challenge like it is for me in Twisted Metal Black. Like it's more cheap. Okay, okay, I got some. I finally killed someone. Jesus Christ. Generally speaking, 99 Twisted Metal lacks soul, but they were not unplayable. I think there was a bit of a charm to them. It just maybe wasn't like the rough and rowdy, rock and roll dive bar sort of charm that Twisted Metal 1, 2 had. This game felt a little, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It does have a charm to it, I think. Just not a familiar one. I also enjoyed the soundtrack, but that's kind of a cheap point when it's mostly licensed music. Yeah, but I think it was a good choice. When you only have 10 months to make a fully fledged, fully featured Twisted Metal game, with no prior experience, and probably didn't even want to make the game in the first place. I think for 99 Studios, it was a good choice just to not try to replicate the magic of the early Twisted Metal soundtracks, just to go fully licensed. Pitch Shifter, Rob Zombie, others. I think I don't actually know who the other. Is it just Pitch Shifter and Rob Zombie? I feel like that's the only two. I understand all of this. I haven't played a single game and confused. 2 was my favorite. I love Twister, and the levels was so good. Twister, huh? I just saw the Kongdu video of Twister today, and I don't know. It seems like a really unplayable car, like very difficult. Okay, I'm gonna do some strategy. We're doing the freeze. We're doing Thumper special. Hey, it's not bad. Not a bad special at all by any means. I like the pushback as well. Okay, I'm focusing. I'm gonna channel all my chi, all my focus into not dying and finishing this level. And I'm gonna miss a lot of chat, but it's a good problem to have. I appreciate everyone that's here because there's far more people on YouTube than I assumed would come to the first stream. So I appreciate all you guys showing up. Twisted Metal 4 had a lot of soul for a game that had to be done in like 10 months. Yeah, for sure, 100%. Although that game to me is of all the games in this series, that game feels the least like a Twisted Metal game to me. Like it probably because the characters were lacking. This story was even more like non-existent than even Twisted Metal 3. But it did have a charm to it for sure. Like it had a very distinct style. It just wasn't the familiar style. Black is a rewarding challenge, but Warhawk was overly hard. Oh yeah, 100%. I recently played through Twisted Metal Black for a video for YouTube, and probably the most like rage I've had playing a game in this series was on that Warhawk battle, because it just, I don't know, it just wouldn't work, man. The tankers wouldn't destroy his shield, and I was getting properly pissed. Okay. Yeah, there's the problem I have with this game is they keep getting health constantly. Like it's nonstop. So I'm trying to finish off Warthog, who already has a ton of health. I'm struggling hard. So I think I know most of the attacks in this game. I know he's invisible. Why? What's the point of going invisible, dude? You got like a million armor. You're a fucking tank, dude. The ray missile's useless. Napalm is effectively useless, at least in my hands. I keep trying to hit circle for like a break. It's not a fucking break. My god, this is so bad. One Moment Silence was in for a more violent approach was used as the main menu theme. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's like the... I don't think it's even the whole song. It's just like the riff. I don't know. I think it's a cool main menu song. I think it's one of the better ones in the series. A series that has a bunch of really good like original soundtracks, but especially the main menu themes. I don't know the one for Small Brawl. I haven't played enough of it to know what that one sounds like, but I imagine it's probably pretty good. Alright, we gotta finish out Warthog. This is taking way too long. My goodness. Yours and Kongda's videos have had me on a Twisted Metal nostalgia binge lately. Twisted Metal 3 was my favorite nostalgia-wise. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Put me in the same conversation as Kongdu, because I think he's established himself as the premier content creator in this community. So to be put alongside that, that's pretty cool. Although you get kind of the both sides of the coin. You get someone who's like way too familiar with the game now, really good at it, just makes it look easy, and you have me who's just getting my fucking ass kicked round the clock. What are you playing? This is Twisted Metal 3. So this is a PS1 game that came out in 1998. It's the third game in the franchise, as you might imagine. It's a car combat game, if you ever are familiar with those. My channel is revolving around that franchise, and this is looked at as one of the low points for it. So I'm learning to enjoy what is often considered a bad game in the series. What's your YouTube? My YouTube is the same as it is on... No, it isn't. Actually, it's just Decidue. So instead of Drew Decidue, it's just Decidue on YouTube. You can find me there. Thank you for the follow, MG Plays. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Viggs, for helping out with the chat there. Thank you. I want a TM1 style Twisted Metal. All others are too silly, too serious. Plus endings being monkey paw crap is already old. I think a VN style story between battles to fresh out the characters would be cool. I do agree with you that the Twisted Metal 1 style, it's more grounded than the other ones. Like, I think its style of having no particular style, like it just wants to be as close of an approximation to real life as is possible on the PS1. Versus like Twisted Metal 2 said, no, we're going full cartoony, and then Black went completely the other way, like cartoonishly dark. So I do appreciate with one that it was just saying, hey, we want this to resemble as close to the real world as possible, because we want this to be like something you do to like, unwind at the end of the day, just blow off some steam. And I think it worked well with that. I don't know if that would probably work better. I think the gaming landscape now, I think, does value that vibe. But I also think, because I don't know, like if you're going to go with the style, you got to execute it well, I guess. Like it's less risky, I think, if you go the Twisted Metal 1 style versus if you try to make it like cartoony and stuff, but you don't go hard enough or you don't execute it well enough, then you end up with like a Fortnite problem where it just like lacks any, I don't know, soul or personality or charm. So, but I think you're right. Rain is absolutely useless. All the napalm and mortar are great with Thumper after using your special and pushing them away like a two-hit combo. I did notice that too. I did push, I think it was Warthog off of the, like that platform, whatever, on DC, that I hit him with a napalm. That felt good. That felt like a good combo. I felt like a real, genuinely good Twisted Metal 3 player. And I'm going to try something that I haven't tried yet, and it's getting on top of the UFO. I'm generally pretty bad at it, but I'm going to try. Imagine Twisted Metal in the Vienna War. What is the... You're going to have to help me out with that. I don't know what that is. How do I jump? I think it's up, left, isn't it? Oh, it is. Great. Yeah, I'm a proper good player at this game. No doubt about it. Yeah, his special's not bad. I think if you just... I like that it's shorter. You don't have to, like, line it up for, you know, a year and a half. Oh, okay, let's get the health before Augur does. Not sure if I can say I'm a pro at it because I always used cheat codes as a kid. It was purely a cathartic experience, really stress all the time. Yeah, I think that's what these games are mainly for. I think it's... Okay, I'm stuck on my side, and I need help. Okay. Thank you, Club Kid. Your vortex has, for the first time, been a benefit to humanity. Everyone give a round of applause for Club Kid. Now we're going to send him to the Shadow Realm. The good are not long for this world, my friend. Oh, God. We're both so clumsy. We're just, like, driving slowly around in a circle. This is embarrassing. Destroy the UFO. I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best if I can remember how. I know you have to destroy... I think it's all these little panels, right? There's 4 panels. And you have to blow them up, and then it opens up the laser grid and something, something. Or one of these doors can be destroyed. I'm a little bit lost. Stormy Guitars, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, is this the last one? That might do the laser grid. I do like it that this game did introduce a lot of interactive elements to the levels. Like in pretty creative ways. You know, like with the UFO thing, you have to destroy the little panels to unlock the UFO, I think is cool. And then on the last level, on the blimp, you have to destroy the panels to turn off a regeneration or something. I don't know. It's not executed particularly well. It's not like the most complicated thing in the world, but I do think it adds a little more interesting elements to the game. Have you heard about the Twisted Metal show coming out? I have, yeah. As far as I know, there's no release date, but it did wrap up filming last July or August, so it's been in post-production for quite a while. So one can only imagine that it would come out either sometime late this year or early next year. That really depends on what the release schedule is for like the Sony different projects they're doing. There's a GT7, or sorry, Gran Turismo. They're doing a movie or a documentary or something for that game, and that's coming out I think in the end of summer. So I don't know how much they want another car-based franchise to have like a, TV or movie release around the same time. So it might be later than that, it might be earlier. I have no clue. Where is there's a wall I can destroy. I think it's over here. I'm still at work, but how are you doing? Oh, hey, Zayman, how you doing? Doing great. Doing all right. I'm a little overwhelmed, I'll be honest. There is 2 concurrent chats going on, and I'm playing a game that I suck at. So I'm just really, really doing my best here. So I apologize to anyone who's chatting and I can't get to a message or something. I promise you I want to. I'm just I'm a little... I'm overwhelmed. You can see a slight crack in the glowing panel. Okay, I did get through it. I did get it. Although I don't know what to do from there. It looks like it's just a bunch of aliens trapped in whatever that Star Wars shit is. So there's a way to get to the top of the UFO, I think, right? Is it one of these teleporters maybe? I don't know. I'll try that. Okay, I was trying to do some epic parkour, but did not work. Only downside with Twisted Metal 3, in my opinion, is how you gotta press up to drive. Oh, you don't have to. I don't know how you set up your controls. I think they are customizable, but the square button is the gas. So I think they set it up that way so the square was your accelerator, and then the X button is like your tight turn. So you can always have your thumb over both buttons simultaneously, which gives you a little extra control over it. But you can use the up arrow for sure. I just don't think that's the intended way to play. Oh god, I'm trying to read. Twisted Metal 3 was the best and Thumper was always my main. Well, I'm glad I can give you some nostalgia then, because that's exactly what we're doing. I did it! I'm on top of the UFO. Okay, so if I blow up this dome... I didn't hear the laughing noise, but I know if it worked, it should give you 8 specials, I thought, right? Or it should give you like a lot of specials. Okay, well the spaceship is here. I don't know, if I use it, am I gonna die? Holy crap. Dude, it just ended Sweet Tooth instantly. Holy crap. That was good. I like that. Give you more spaceships, man. Okay, normalize spaceship murder. Kudos for trying to balance 2 chats and playing this game. Yeah, I appreciate you saying that. So I'm not like a professional streamer by any stretch. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it the way I'm doing it. But I'm trying to be better at it, trying to be good at it. I try to interact as much as I can with you guys because you guys are spending your time with me. You guys could be doing anything else on a Saturday night, but you choose 35 people on TikTok, 11 on YouTube here. I'm super grateful for all you guys showing up and hanging out. And I want to give you guys the best possible experience that is reasonable for my situation. But I'm asking a lot of my brain. But I appreciate you saying that. Twisted Metal 3 Rain is better than Twisted Metal 4 Rain. The one in Twisted Metal 4, I can't remember what that one's like. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe because it's not so like offensively bad that maybe it just doesn't. I don't know. I can't think of it, so maybe that's a good thing. Isn't there a secret part to this level? There is. Yeah, I'll try to show it off before I destroy Augur here. It's a little room with a bunch of aliens or something. I don't know. Let's go check it out. But we have to be quick, because if we're not quick, Augur's going to get some health, and it's going to take about 5 years longer. But this is a special room you can get to. It's got some aliens, blah, 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 whatever. Some unique weapons and stuff. All right, Augur, where are you at, buddy? Prepare to, I don't know, meet Satan or whatever. I don't know, go to hell. You got health. This game probably demands more attention than some of the other games because it can be difficult to just drive in this game. That's a great point. The times that I've played this game on a stream has been on TikTok with only one chat to keep track of, and that was a legitimately hard experience, especially trying to get through London. And I think I ended up using cheats on something. I don't know. It was very difficult, and then this time is not much easier. Finally found my people. Yeah, welcome to Twisted Metal TikTok. If you want a better streaming experience than what you're getting on TikTok, feel free to go on YouTube, Decidue on YouTube. And you can see this with full screen, better audio, and all that. Or you can stay on TikTok. Either way, it's up to you. The choice is yours. Because TikTok refuses to give me a stream key. I don't know what criteria I have to meet to get a stream key, but they just won't give me one. I've asked multiple times. I've done like maybe a dozen live streams or so, and gotten, I don't know, tens of thousands of likes on each. And I don't know, they just don't. I don't know what else do I have to do. I have no idea. I don't have 1 million followers, but I got like, I don't know, 17,000. Like, I feel like that should be enough to warrant a stream key. I don't know. Either way, I think it's better on YouTube anyway. And Antarctica has my favorite song in all of Twisted Metal, like licensed music. I think it's Rob Zombie for sure, or White Zombie. I don't know. They're interchangeable to me. But it's like a Jingle Bells remix of one of their songs. I don't know. I think it's More Human Than Human or Super Beast. I don't know. It's one of those, and it's fantastic. I love it. Rain in 4 is better as it goes in a straight line, so you can actually hit enemies. That seems like the right way to go. I don't blame them if there's like weapons in this game that maybe on paper seem good, like a lobbed fire thing or rain missile. You can tell it to detonate and drive onto or tell it to fall onto enemies. Like on paper, it sounds like a fine idea, but in practice, it's terrible. And I don't blame them for not having like a robust or like extended playtesting period they could have done to like find out how bad that was. But at least they fixed it in Twisted Metal 4 for sure. Don't think you need one. If you're referring to a stream key, I don't need one, but if I want to use OBS to stream to TikTok, then I would need one. I'm off now. I'm on my way home. Oh, that's great. Yeah, hope you had a wonderful day. There is a slight delay in YouTube if you watch both TikTok and YouTube. That's interesting. I don't know how to change that. I think it's because my YouTube one is going through the PlayStation 3, which I'm playing on. It's going through that to the computer, to to OBS, and then to YouTube. So there's like a lot of extra steps versus TikTok is like just straight up my phone with Wi-Fi to TikTok. I think the problem with rain missiles is more of a problem with lingering fire damage in general. It doesn't hurt enough to be useful. That's a good point too, and especially for having a character like Firestarter who can, his special is to light people on fire. You would hope that maybe that mechanic of the game would be a little more useful to make him a better character. You have Live Studio now? if you're talking about TikTok, I don't. Or I mean, yeah, there is Live Studio, but you can't use OBS. Like you can't get a stream key to use OBS through it, unless TikTok just bestows upon you that great honor, and they have not done that for me yet. Which at this point, I'm not super worried about it because I think YouTube is the more like for longevity, and I think for just the overall, if I wanted to be serious about this, I don't think TikTok is going to be the way to do it. So I think having to transition to YouTube is not the worst thing in the world. I've been thinking of looking into Twisted Metal Black and a fan-run online service. That sounds like fun. Yeah, I definitely recommend it, especially because it's a little hard to set up. There's videos and materials online you can look at to learn how to set it up. But I think if you have emulation available, like if you can go on your computer and do emulation, then I recommend doing that because it's much easier to set up. And it's a fun experience. The people on there are fairly welcoming to new people. But they're very set in their ways. So either if you want to come join them, you got to play by, their rules and do it all their way, which is fair. But yeah, I do definitely recommend it. All these videos lately just make me want to scratch that itch. Yeah, seriously, man, go chase that dream, because this game is a game that's best enjoyed, personally. You can watch all the videos you want, but it doesn't give the experience of blowing up Outlaw in the North Pole or whatever. Especially when you watch people that are like genuinely good at this game, I think it sort of makes it seem more fun. Versus when you watch me play, you're like, no, this game sucks. But no, it's actually me. I just suck. So you have to have over 50,000 is what I heard. Okay, maybe that's fair. I don't know. But YouTube, I think you don't need any. You can be 0 subscribers and do live content like it's nothing. So, and then in general, YouTube I think it's just better for this style of content. Thank you for the follow, Del Vicio John. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Yeah, and 2, it consumes 5 turbo if you want to get rid of the fire when you usually have like 20. With 100 turbo, it doesn't matter. That weapon is more of a player annoyance than a tool. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I didn't know that it takes like a 5 turbo. I thought like as soon as you turbo at all, I thought that's when it goes out. But yeah, the turbo in all these games feels like they run out super quick, except for like the PS2 game Onward, like Black, Head On, and PS3. That one, the turbo seems like it lasts much longer. This game, I don't know. Let's see how long it takes. I guess it lasts a little bit. Yeah, having 100 is better, much better. Right now, I'm just using Parsec with people I bug into playing with me. I don't know what Parsec is. I hate the feeling I get when I watch any of Lewis Parsons videos. Yeah, he is ridiculously good at this game, like unfairly good. It's like if you guys ever watched like the GDQ, the Games Done Quick show, where it's like this big live event over the course of many days where they speedrun games like one after the other. See people who just spend way too much time. I don't want to say way too much. They spend just the right amount of time to be as good as they are. But they are so good at these games that they've broken the game down to its like bare components, and they exploit everything they possibly can just to shave off like milliseconds. And you're like, I didn't know the game could do that. And it makes it more fun and more interesting to like break it down that way. And when I watch Lewis Parsons, it's the same thing, just like unattainably good at this game. What was that noise? What the fuck? It's weird. I don't feel like turbos burn that quickly in this game, but I'm always running out. Because that was my experience, like just now too. Is like I thought it runs out quicker than that, but then I actually watch it as it goes down. Like I don't know, it lasts a decent amount of time. You are good at the game. Yeah, thanks, thanks, Mr. Viggs. OMG, the nostalgia this brings back. OMG, so crazy. I think I had this one on PS1. So awesome. I'm glad I can bring some nostalgia for you guys. I wish I can do it better, but I'm learning. What I'm doing is learning. This was my game, and Character Thumper was my favorite car. Yeah, I've so far there's been a lot of people saying Thumper's their favorite. I'm not surprised, but I'm glad we chose Thumper now. And I need health. I don't want to die because I don't want to game over. Couldn't wait for school to end so I can get home and play this game. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, those were the days, man. like where you have at least for me, like the games that I played when I was like in school and stuff, that I was like really addicted to, like Fallout and Twisted Metal 2012, or at some point Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for some reason. Like I would get up at like 4 in the morning so I could play the game for a couple hours before school, and then as soon as I got home, I would just be all over it. Like that was the fun times. Really enjoyed it. Not necessarily this game, because this was a little bit before my time, like when I was like in school and stuff. And like Twisted Metal 2012, I was super into for a long time. Okay, Club Kid, is he dead or is he? He's got no health. Like there's no health on his health bar. Trying to snipe him with some machine guns. God, just die, dude. Just go away. Good lord, I can't kill him. Oh, he got hell, that son of a bitch. He's gonna activate God mode. He's gonna eventually fall down from the building. No, thankfully in this game, I think there's only 2 opportunities to fall to your death, and both of them are not as easy as it is on Abandoned Skyscrapers on Black. So, I don't think that should be a problem. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna pause so I can get the code. Square R1 R2 circle select. Okay. Square R1 R2 circle select. Okay, I think I can remember that. Should I perish? Yes. Okay. Finally, square R1 R2 circle select. Right. Okay. Hopefully that's it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long, long playthrough. If you enjoy speedruns, the YouTube channel Lumberjack Cage Master has speedruns of the first 3 Twisted Metal games, and world record in most categories between them. Oh, that's really cool. I'm actually surprised there's like a community for Twisted Metal speedruns. I think it's a perfect game for it. I don't know. I don't see like like GDQ. I think for me is like the benchmark of like, hey, does this game have a robust, great speedrunning community? And I've never seen him come at a GDQ. Like there's no creators or runners that do these games for like a large audience. So I think that'd be something to look into. Because they work so well. Because it's a pretty defined, start and finish for the game. So the categories can just be, did you finish the game, yes or no. They're not even that long anyway. So like, if you're not a speedrunner, it's still like, an hour and a half or so to get through. So I think it's super conducive to speedrunning for sure. Only 20 people deserves more for real. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean this is a niche game in general, so it's not like I don't expect to get like 1 million followers or subscribers or these super expensive ad deals or whatever from playing this video game. But the fact that there's 20 people on one, 13 on, like I'm doing 2 concurrent streams. If anyone's interested, I'm going from TikTok to YouTube. That is an option of Des to do on YouTube. But that there's a combined 30 plus people watching me play a 25-year-old video game blows my mind. So I appreciate you saying that for sure, but I don't expect a whole lot. But I am grateful for what you guys are here watching me do. Not to recommend people leave the stream, of course, but yeah, no, I get it. I totally get it. And I'm going to do some hardcore parkour while I try to catch up on chat here. GDQ is addicting to watch for that reason. I've seen videos on both games I have played and games I never touched. Yeah, GDQ is great. Like, cause, when there's a new event, I don't watch it live usually because it's not always working with my schedule or anything. But I'll watch the VODs after they're uploaded. And so I'll first look for the games that like I know very well, like Fallout or Borderlands or Halo, whatever. I'll watch those speedruns, and then once I get through all those, I'm like, what is Nintendogs? I don't know, whatever. I'm like, well, how do you speedrun that game? And I'll just watch that. It'll be like a 45-minute run of some guy like just breaking some game I never heard of. And it's great. I love it. Generation Zero is you versus Army of Robots. Yeah, I never heard of that. You recommended that. I never actually heard of that game before. That's something I'll have to check out. Because you seem pretty... you're very quick to recommend it, so I can only imagine it's pretty good. That guy that does things, thanks for joining on YouTube. I appreciate that. So finally you get to watch one of my streams. This is the first one on YouTube, though, so you're part of the inaugural YouTube stream, so thanks for joining. Hey, bro, what's up? Playing Twisted Metal 3, I see. Yeah, in honor of this week being the week of Twisted Metal 3, Kongdu finished up his full run of that game, playing every character on the hardest difficulty. Oh my god, I suck at this game. So we're celebrating that. We're celebrating that guy that does things. He's uploading his first Twisted Metal video this week. So please, anyone, check that out if you haven't already. So I think it only made sense that if I'm going to play any Twisted Metal game, it should be this. And also I can make a decent conceit for the game that, hey, can I learn to like it? We're going to find out. It's been almost an hour, like 40 minutes or something like that. And I'm only on the 4th level, so am I enjoying myself? Yes. But that's more to do with you guys than the game itself, because I'm getting just destroyed. I'm also here for the camaraderie. I appreciate that. I'm extremely grateful for any, attention or positivity that you guys have, but just I don't know, just how cool of a community that we're building so far. Whether it's on the Discord or the YouTube or TikTok or whatever, just everyone has just been so nice and so positive, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to watch my videos. So thank you all. This was my first Twisted Metal game. Does that mean it's your favorite? I'm doing an empirical study. I want to know if the first Twisted Metal game for everyone is always their favorite, because that seems to be the case. What's up, bro? Batway18, thanks for showing up. Thanks for stopping by on the TikTok stream. If you want to watch this in better quality, like a full screen and better audio, you can on Decidue on YouTube. Or I'm live streaming this concurrently. Otherwise, just hanging on TikTok. We're having a good time. Very bad at the game, but we're having a good time. I think should this go longer than it ought to, I'm gonna probably end up using cheats, and then like Panda said, I'll probably end up driving off a fucking cliff, as is tradition. Even if we are a big joke in the Discord with Mr. Vix and Panda, no, I love it. I think it's great. I love the Discord. I love how there is Panda on there who just refuses to stop sending food things to try to make people hungry, and it works. Because they just send TikTok after TikTok of people preparing just the most yummy food you've ever seen in your life. Use your machine guns. I will try. I can't promise you. I'm very distracted. It's funny how much of a contrarian he is. Still fun, but wish he'd had a full playthrough like Fiendish. I assume you mean Fiendly, but yeah. Yeah, Fiendly is probably my favorite Twisted Metal content creator at the moment. Overall, I mean, I just enjoy their commentary, I think, the most. I mean, there's a lot of great ones. There's Winters 989, the guy that does things. He's did a recent video on that. Kongdu, of course. I think you get a different style with everyone. I think with Kongdu, you kind of get the bitter, jaded, like, just an unending barrage of, like, insults and sarcasm towards these games. Fiendly, I think you get, like, a pretty, I don't know, I think informative and, like, neutral disposition towards the games. Like, not too positive, not too negative. Just a very chill and friendly place to be, for sure. With Winters, I think you get the... I don't want to review everyone. My opinions don't matter for these people, but you get a different flavor with all these different creators, and I think that's great. No cheat codes, bro. 11 people play regular. Yeah, if I play regular, it's probably going to take about 7 hours. Like, it'll be morning time by the time I finish, like, this level. Let alone, like, London, Tokyo, and so on. But I'm gonna sure do my best. I'm gonna give it a nice, good faith attempt. And should that go way longer than usual, then I will resort to cheats. Much to your dismay. I apologize. Thanks for the shout. The love have for the people you attract is astounding. That's what makes you a good creator. Love you, man. I'm gonna start up my stream myself. I appreciate you saying that. It really means a lot. That's all these people, man. I don't know. I started making content 3 months ago? I guess almost 5 months. Jeez, like the week before Christmas is when I like uploaded my first like video for the week before Christmas. And so to have this quickly, like this many people that are just the nicest fucking people you've ever met. I don't know. It what did I do? I'm just like a monotone dude playing an old game, But yeah, you guys are great. I love you all. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they are fun. Full on no cuts. Oh yeah, Fiendly and Kongdu do something that I don't know if I can do. They do like a full stream with commentary, or like a full playthrough with commentary, with no edits. Like it's just like a straight playthrough, and I can't do that. I have so many ums and likes and like I say, I have like these, I don't know, verbal tics or whatever that I think it's a little annoying or grating after a while, so I like cut that stuff out. Or like I'll have like 30-second pauses where I just don't say anything at all because I'm trying not to fucking die in these games. And so I have a lot of respect for those guys that they just, I don't know, somehow they can play through all these games without I don't know, without having to edit. It's a skill for sure. I'd bet a kidney that most remaining TM fans love their first game the most. Yeah, that's my assumption as well. Okay, we got to get down to business here, fellas, because I'm no lives, 2 enemies left. I don't know if regeneration's even started yet, so we might have more enemies than just this. So we're gonna have to get some good work here. In my opinion, when they do the new game, they should do a DLC of all the old school cars. I think the way you do it, in my opinion, is if you have a new game, you have all like the classics, Sweet Tooth, Thumper, Warthog, Grim, all that. But you have like different versions of the characters available to you. So like, it's Warthog, but there's like 50 million different versions of Warthog. So I think to make each of those, playable, and each have their own like fighting styles and stuff. Because the version of Warthog in Black versus 2 versus, 1, I don't know, whatever. Like they're all different, and so I think that you can get a lot of replayability like having all these different variations of vehicles. I'll be sure to check out your stuff after the stream. That guy, yeah, I highly recommend him. Yeah, he's great, and he's only got one Twisted Metal video, as far as I know. Hopefully, more coming in the future. But if you just like just a great chill person to watch, man, I couldn't recommend anyone higher. Do I need health? I need health bad. I'm trying to read chat, but like I will definitely die should I read chat. Oh God. Alright, I think I was going to take the L so I could read. I feel like the only thing left in Twisted Metal 3 I've not indulged in are the Game Shark codes to play as Darkseid and Primeval. Yeah, that's something that's always been unattainable to me. Like the whole Game Shark idea in general, I never ever could figure out what that meant. Like, where do we put a Game Shark code? Do you plug something into the console? And like, I have no idea. But so that's something I missed out on too. I started with Twisted Metal 3, and then the first game is a close second for what I played most as a kid, and those are the ones I am fond of right off the bat. Yeah, I think it's just because we just formed the strongest emotional connection to, the first Twisted Metal. Like when the idea of Twisted Metal is introduced to you, like you connect to the idea of Twisted Metal, and then more strongly to what gave you like that introduction to it. Don't you get that health, you son of a bitch? Don't do it. Oh, good. All right. That was clutch. Oh boy. Okay, there's a lot going on in these damn chats. Oh my goodness. I know streaming / creation content is kind of a joke job to some people, but playing a game and engaging with people is a skill. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know how people feel about streaming, like let's say like Pokimane or Ninja or whatever the top streamers are. Like, I don't know how people view them as far as like respectability, like their career choice and stuff, but I feel like they're thought of pretty highly, but it definitely is a skill that I'm working on, trying to connect with multiple people while playing a game. Oh my God, because right now I'm struggling. So definitely trying, but you guys make it easy. That's the part I appreciate the most, is like, you guys could be all these bitter, like, cynical assholes who just rip on me for being bad at a video game or being what, I don't know, whatever number of insults you can possibly think of. Okay, we're gonna die. Damn it. I only ever used Game Shark on PS2, and if I remember right, you put the disc in and select a code, and with the console still on, opened it and swapped out for the game you set the codes for. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I think I remember the code. Okay, great. Twisted Metal was awesome. I agree. Twisted Metal was awesome. I played Twisted Metal the first time without even knowing what a PlayStation was. That's interesting. Somehow, Twisted Metal has entered your mind before the idea of a PlayStation did. That's props to Twisted Metal, man. That's great. All right, I'm gonna get down to business here. I'm gonna focus. Oh my God, I just launched Flower Power to the fucking stratosphere. Okay, I'm gonna focus on one enemy at a time. I think that's the way to do it. We're gonna seek and destroy. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to point blank the napalm, or I could just arc over everyone's head. That's also a strategy, sure. What is the best Twisted Metal game? Um, we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think the difference between best and favorite, I think, is a distinct difference that matters. And so, if you ask me what the best one is, like objectively, like without my personal bias or opinions, without my feelings towards certain tones or controls or whatever, the best one I think is Twisted Metal Black. I think because I think you get the most fulfilling story and world. It has a cohesive tone at the very least, if not, just oh, hold on, I need to get through this fucking level. But it has the most cohesive, I think, atmosphere and tone and world. The stories are maybe not the deepest thing ever. Like, it's not going to win an Academy Award or anything, but the stories are well written. I think they're have a lot of charm and soul put into them, even if it's like a dark, grotesque, like upsetting soul. And the gameplay is also, I think, outstanding. If not a little hard, it's a very quick, like frenetic, fast-paced game. But I do think once you acclimate to that speed, I do think it is one of the more rewarding experiences you can have in the series. Can we destroy this little thing? This present gift box? I don't know. Must include your bias and feelings. Yeah, if it's favorite. So if you're asking me what my favorite is, it's between Black. It probably is Black. If I really had to think about it for a little, because ask me on a different day, I'll probably tell you it's a different game. But Black for me is my favorite, and I think it's the best, which is not the same for most people. I think most people would say the best is like 2, and their favorite, might be 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever. Just depends. Now the OG are here. 8 on TikTok. Well, it's 11 now. I think people can only withstand so much of me playing this game poorly, but the core audience is here, and I'm happy about that. Still, there's 20, 30 people on this planet watching me play a 25-year-old video game while I talk over it with nonsense. It's amazing. I don't have an enemy to heckle. I'm just happy to see and engage with TM fans. I never really had that before this little community started showing up. Yeah, it doesn't seem weird, like in the last few months, it just seems like the Twisted Metal community is like a really significant resurgence. So it seemed like for a while, the only people that were like uploading consistent like Twisted Metal content was, like your Lewis Parson or your Cody Darkson or Fiendly, I think for a while. Like that, and that was it. And, a lot of those people, there was no like commentary, like you couldn't get their thoughts and opinions on it as much. Like it was just straight gameplay. I think Tactical Bacon Productions too. That was like in the last couple of years, but like in the last year and a half or so, it really seems like there's more people talking about this game and analyzing it and commenting on it and giving their feelings about it than ever before. And the people that are doing it just so happen to be like the coolest, like most thoughtful and just awesome people. So I think Twisted Metal's on a good path, man. Okay, I'm gonna freeze. We're gonna blast them up with fire missiles, and we're just gonna hope that I'm not. Ooh, that was a good snipe with the power missile. Heck yeah, man. What game is this? It's not familiar to me. This is Twisted Metal 3 for the PlayStation 1. Batwayne 18, gotta go. Sorry, everyone. Okay, well, I'm glad you got to show up for a little while, but I hope you have a wonderful evening, night, wherever you are. I'm not sure what time it is locally for you. It's either nighttime or evening. Whichever one, I hope it's wonderful for you. Take care. Yo, bro, what's up? How you doing? Thanks for stopping by the TikTok. If you want to see this in a better quality, you can go on YouTube, Decidue on YouTube, to find this live stream with a full screen, better audio-ish, I hope. I actually don't know how the audio quality is on YouTube. I assume it's good, because no one's complained about it. So that's an option that's available to you. Up, down, and square to freeze. I think you may be thinking of a different game. This game, it's left, right, up to freeze. I think that's a code similar to what it is in Twisted Metal Black, if I'm not mistaken. Twisted Metal, yes. There should be a GTA song inside Twisted Metal. A Grand Theft Auto song? You still playing better than me, Des. I appreciate you saying that. I promise you, like this, I'm not playing super great. It doesn't get much better even when I'm not talking or like trying to interact with the chat. This is just who I am as a player, man. Do you retro games are worth any? I assume even do you think retro games are worth anything? Yeah, I think they're definitely worth things, money, time, thoughts, definitely. You're doing good, man. You're not bad at this game at all. Yeah, man, maybe that's true, but I'm comparing myself to Kongdu, which is maybe a bar too high for most. Me certainly. Twisted Metal 1 is my favorite. Playing Cyberbia is the best. I like 1 because I can get behind the driver's motivation. It makes me want to see them succeed, which is something I usually can't in other TMs. That's interesting, because I feel like the PS1 games, absolutely. Like, those ones, I think you would have a tough time connecting with those characters, because you only get, like, a short bio screen and, like, an ending that's maybe, like, 30 seconds to a minute long. Twisted Metal 1, same formula. The full motion cutscenes, I think maybe do help out with that effort. But for the most part, I think the only games that really let you connect to the characters more is like Twisted Metal Black and maybe 2012 in a way. Some of the recent videos from Tactical Bacon sure look like they drummed up some attention. I think so. Because that inspired me, to want to make videos about Twisted Metal. Because I already was a big fan of the franchise. Like, that didn't change. But just like seeing his videos and like, because he brings a lot of really thoughtful analysis to it, and like meta analysis, like not just saying, is the game good, is the controls good, whatever. Like, everyone's talked about that, but like he's bringing a more serious approach to like the narrative and the world of the games that I think gives people like a reason to care about the game more than just like, is it fun? Because like, that's like, emotionally it's kind of shallow just to have a game that's like Pong. Like, it might be a really fun game, but like, you're not gonna like be invested emotionally in it. But if let's start adding like a world and a story and stuff that's interesting and cool, I think that's where you get most people to care a bit more, and I think he's doing a great job at helping people realize what this game can bring. Thank you for the follow, Geo0473. Vigilante 8. No, this is Twisted Metal. This is Twisted Metal 3. Came out the same year as Vigilante 8, as far as I know. It's 1998. They're very similar, I think. They're both car combat games, but I think there are some distinct differences. Twisted Metal 3, or Twisted Metal in general, seems to go for more cartoony arena combat sort of dealy, where my experience with Vigilante 8 is it's going for a slightly more realistic tone and gameplay. Although this game does kind of go for that like realistic car sort of dealy too, and I'm not a big fan. I'm getting a little bit behind. It's great audio, thank you. The guy that does things, I appreciate the feedback. I have my mic probably like a good foot away from me, so I'm really happy to hear that it's like not too quiet or anything. So thank you for that. It's good. I'm over here now. Audio is great. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for the feedback, guys. Because I'm by no means am I a professional streamer, so all this stuff is brand new to me, especially like the YouTube thing. This is my first YouTube stream. So getting it all set up on OBS and stuff was not a challenge, but there was definitely a lot of opportunity for things to go wrong. So thanks for the feedback. 3 was my favorite on PS1. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm noticing so far that a lot of people's favorite was this game, and I think that's great. I'm glad I can bring this to a lot of people. And I need to kill these guys, man. I just, the weapons feel a little bit useless in this game. Like, whenever I pick up like a rain missile or a napalm, like, I just immediately skip it because I just don't know a good way to use it. Like, they're just so bad. Like, I have 5 remote bombs too. Like, I don't know what a good time to use those is. I'm gonna blow myself up. Had to catch up on your videos. Do you have all the Twisted Metal games? I do not. I have every single one except for Small Brawl. And because I don't have access to a PC, like, I use Mac, if anyone cares or is interested. I use Mac for, doing all my videos and stuff, and which is great. I think it works fantastic for that. Your personal feelings towards Apple aside. But I can't emulate. Like, I don't think Apple has a really good way to emulate. We did it. Fuck yeah, we did it. So Small Brawl is a hard one for me to get a hold of because I have to have the physical disc, and I haven't been able to find one. No Black and Onwards is up, down, up. I prefer left, right, up. Left, right, up makes a little bit more sense because, like, the down, up, down, because the down button will do reverse. So, like, you have to, like, essentially brake in order to use the the freeze. So I do get that. The left right up works pretty well. I like it. I do prefer that. I mean, really, I prefer the Twisted Metal Black model, which is just a single button press, because then you're not worried so much about like what to do. You're worried about when to do it. So I think it allows you to kind of strategize a little more fluidly than in this game. Plus, like the time it takes to input the controls, like you might not be in the position to use it anymore, and I don't know. But if you have to put a code in, I think left right up is definitely one of the better ones. Tactical Bacon has some truly deep and quality content for these games. It's almost shocking seeing his Twisted Metal videos at first. Yeah, I'm honestly like, I don't want to say jealous, because like I give him all the credit for his videos and stuff, but I'm like almost mad at myself for like, why can't I make a video like that, like slick, high quality, like thoughtful analysis of Twisted Metal? Like it's just astounding, and no one else has really done it as far as I know. It's like put that much effort and thought into like making sense of this ridiculous series. So yeah, so big props to Tactical Bacon, man, and it's no surprise that he's like one of the biggest creators right now that makes like not exclusively Twisted Metal, but like a large portion of his content is Twisted Metal. So yes, big props to him. If anyone hasn't checked him out, definitely do. I'm missing Small Brawl in 2012. Just picked up Head On for PS2 not too long ago. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, the Twisted Metal Head On for the PS2 I think is the definitive way to play the game for sure. Because not only do you get all of Twisted Metal Head On with the bonus level, but you get Twisted Metal Lost, Sweet Tour, which is completely unique experiences for the Twisted Metal franchise, which I don't, it's invaluable, I think. So yeah, the PS2 version, that's the one to get for sure. And then 2012, I love that game. A lot of people would say it's bad. Those people are wrong. Hey bro, love you vids. I appreciate that. Badhai Karma, I hope I pronounced that correctly. I appreciate you saying that. I put as much time as I reasonably can into making content for TikTok and YouTube Shorts and YouTube, long form. But I can't put all my time into it. So I wish I could make them, better. But I'm glad you guys still enjoy them the way they are. I have a friend who owns a retro game store. I'll keep an eye out for Small Brawl for you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I want to try to find, like, I want to stumble upon it at one of my local retro game stores. I live in a fairly large city with several retro game stores. So I just, periodically I'll check them out and just hope I can find one. I found Twisted Metal 2, it wasn't a sealed copy, but it was like a complete in-box copy. So I was pretty stoked about that, but I haven't found Small Brawl yet. Where are you from? I'm from southern Nevada, so the Mojave. New Vegas, which it's a weird vibe here because it's a large metropolitan area, 2 to 3 million people or so, but it's like spread out over like a huge like valley, like a desert valley, and I don't know. So it has like a bit of that small town sort of vibe, but also like I don't know. It's very hard to describe. It's not like a Chicago or New York or something where it's like tall buildings and skyscrapers flanking you from every side. Making you feel like you're in a fucking box. It's like very, very spread out, very interesting. I use Whatnot. I apologize. I don't know what that means. But I'm also very distracted too, so there's probably a lot of things that don't make sense to me. Oh wow, okay, cool. I'm from Jersey. That's awesome. Yeah, Jersey's great. I'll admit I don't know. Do Jersey and New York City are like the same thing, right? Yes or no? That always confused the shit out of me, because like they share like, I don't know, like I feel like they're like next to each other, they're neighbors. Don't you get that healthy son of a bitch? Damn it. Oh goodness. Hell yeah, I'm from Jersey too. Oh wow, yeah, Jersey getting represented heavily on this stream. That's awesome. Yeah, I think I probably should be more interested in where people are from that enjoy this content. Maybe I could start doing some Jersey-specific stuff. I don't know. We'll see. And there's an exploit where you can, like, rapid-fire, rear-fire a weapon, and I don't actually know how to do that. But if I don't know. I feel like it's... I don't know. It seems hard. Auction app live streamers? Oh, okay. I don't know if that's a... Okay. I don't know what that is. And there's no shield input in this game, which is a bit of a shame. Also, I just did a fucking flip. It's sweet. North Jersey and New York are similar. Okay, because like I don't know, they're like on opposite sides of the Hudson River, I think, or something. I don't know. It scares me. It confuses me, and I don't think I'll ever want to. No offense, I don't think I ever want to go to New York. It seems like it'll eat me alive. I feel like there's some real commingling between the North Jersey and New York metropolitan area. They can blend in, looking on a map. Yeah, I guess that's maybe where I was going. Is that like they on a map without like borders between the states or whatever? Like I would not know where one ends, the other begins. I would really struggle with that. I think. Nope, Jersey is the fucking cast-off twin of New York. My goodness, jeez. Come with the hot takes, man. That's fucked up. Can't we all just get along? You both got new in the name. There's New Jersey, New York, the new city. And is that based on like cities in like Great Britain? Like when the colonists came over, they're like, oh, I remember York from my home in the UK, so let's make a New York, because they just lack creativity. Like, you could have named it anything. These cities can be named literally anything. You just slap a new on front of something. Ridiculous. No creativity, no charm. Where's the art? Where's the art in naming cities anymore? Jersey, New York's area fraternal twins, and upstate New York is an angry older brother. Yeah, I feel like New York City should be its own state. Like it's. I don't think like the people of New York City should represent in any way the people of upstate New York or vice versa. Like it seems unfair. I want the Twist Metal Peacock show to drop. Yeah, I hope it does soon. I really do, because it finished post-production, or it finished filming last year, like mid-last year. So it's been in post-production for 10 months now, give or take. And I'm no at all any expert on like how long that should take, especially for like I'm assuming an effect-heavy, property like Twisted Metal. But I feel like it should come out pretty soon. The Red Sox are good players. Maybe. I don't follow baseball too much, although I should, because it just started back up, and I do have a fondness for sports, especially ones that sort of help make the wait until the NFL season to start shorter. It probably doesn't help that Newark kind of sounds like someone slurring New York. Yeah, that's a great point too. That always threw me off too. Like people say Newark, New Jersey. Yeah. Just, I don't know. The people naming cities and states and stuff, I feel like, oh boy, what was the password? Start, select, up L1. Start, select, up L1. Okay. Can I remember that? We'll find out. Thumper. Yeah, we're playing as Thumper here, which I like this version of Thumper a lot. I think it's great. I like the purple. I like the Impala. I guess it's iconic. Start. Fuck. Select up R1? No. Start, select, up, L1. Yes. Okay, we got it. Speaking to the whole new place name phenomenon, there's a new Egypt in New Jersey. Just ridiculous. Ridiculous naming. I hate it. Look, I got a lot of respect for Egypt, but does there need to be a new Egypt? Just call it something else. It's like when you make a new file on your computer, and like, I don't know, you don't feel like renaming it, so it just defaults to like new folder or whatever. It seems like that, just like a real lazy way to name anything. Like, just name it something. Name it like, I don't know, like Big Chungus City. Like what was that movie that came out? The Morbius. Name it Morbius City. I don't give a shit. Just name it something else. But then once you do that, then someone's gonna be like, oh, now it's New Morbius City. I hate it. To get his girlfriend back. Oh, what's Thumper's wish in this one again? In this game, it was he wanted to hang with his homies, is what the wish is. I don't know what his bio screen, I think, differs from his actual ending, but the ending does show him as like an ornament hanging from like a rearview mirror, like just a disembodied head hanging from a rearview mirror, along with a few other disembodied heads. And it hints at a little bit of a racism, like you want to hang with your homies, and it's, a person of color. I think it's probably not intentionally supposed to be that way, but it comes across a little awkward. But that's his wish in this game. His wish in Twisted Metal 1 was to get his girlfriend back to Panda's Point. Finally, someone playing a real classic. Yeah, playing it poorly, though, that's the problem. And if the game is looking like it's not the most fun, enjoyable thing in the world, it's because of me, for sure. What's your favorite Twisted Metal? My favorite one is probably Twisted Metal Black. I think for the tone, the story, the gameplay. For me, it all comes across as like a very, complete package that I don't think most other Twisted Metal games can get. Either it's like a good game or bad world and environment, or vice versa. So Black is the full package for me, for sure. I hear some audio glitches in the game. Yeah, I wish I can fix that. Because right now my capture card is not the greatest, like for video quality or audio, I imagine. So if there's any glitches, I apologize. There's a Paris, Tennessee. What a stupid thing. Paris, Tennessee. Like, I don't know. Names in general that are named after people, I bother me a little bit, because it just seems like, I don't know, like, who are you to name a city after yourself? So Paris, I think, is probably an example of that, but also, like, I don't know. I don't know. Just name things better. Be better at naming things. Get a marketing agent, get like a corporate boardroom to like do focus testing, and just figure something out. Be better. He hangs with Augur and Axel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is weird because like they're his opponents in the contest, so those I'm assuming aren't his homies, but yet he hangs with them. In Twisted 2, he wants to rule the world. Yeah, Bruce Cochran, the driver of Thumper in all these games, has like a weird, like game to game, like very disjointed, very like inconsistent wishes. Like he wants his girlfriend back in the first one, then he wants to rule the world, then he just wants to hang out, and then I think that's the last version. No, no, Thumper in Small Brawl was not Bruce. So I think it's just those three. Either way, just very jarring differences between games. Always love Spectre in this one, largely because I love the Dodge Viper. Oh yeah, iconic. I like that this game went a little more into like using realistic car models. Like, this is very, I mean, it's mashed up, but it's supposed to be an Impala. And then there's a Dodge Viper, then there's a Bug, and there's a Mini Cooper and stuff. Like, it sort of helped you feel a little bit more immersed in these games. To think that I'm using a real car in a real world environment and stuff. So I think it helps you kind of feel like you are destroying things in your own backyard. Oh, health came back. That's what I was looking for. Perfect. All right, Flower Power is over here. Let's see if I can bounce a Ricochet into him. Ricochets, I think, have a lot of utility. I just don't know how to use them very well. Because they're like power missiles, but if you miss, it's not game over. I always thought his ending in one was to end violence in L.A. It depends, actually, which version you want. You're right. I think in the text ending, like the one that ships with the game, I think that is his wish, is to, help his neighborhood. But in the full motion video version, the cut ending, that one was to save his girlfriend. So I think when those endings got cut, they changed it to what it is in the game. How did that not? That should have killed Flower Power, I think. Oh, good. We sniped her before she got to the hell. That was great. There's a Paris, Ontario. Oh my gosh. It's ridiculous. Just because it makes it so confusing. Like, just for like a practical like, not only is it stupid, but from a practical perspective, like when you say, "Oh, I'm going to Paris," people are always going to think that you mean, the real Paris, the quote unquote real Paris, the one in France, with the big fuck off tower or whatever. But then, oh no, I meant the Tennessee one. Oh no, I meant the Ontario one. Like, come on, trolls, man, I swear. Thumper and Small Brawl was Bruce and another kid. They wanted that sick bass. Okay, that's right. I forgot if it was Bruce or not. So thanks for clarifying that. I like the Small Brawl endings. I think I just got double freezed. Oh my god, dude, they're fucking destroying me. Jesus. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get to safety. Fuck. Damn it. I was trying to get to the minion battle with still a life left, but that ship is sailing quick. Yeah, in one, Bruce wants to save his neighborhood, and even the ending implies he is conflicted having to kill in the contest. Then his character was assassinated. Really? Okay. I probably should watch the Lost ending again. Or I should watch the text ending again. Because that's actually been a while since I've done that one. I did a video on Thumper, like the evolution of Thumper, and for some reason I can't remember what I wrote for his part. So I definitely did distinguish between the lost version and the text version, and that might have been a mistake. I probably should have done that. Shoot that keep out sign. Yeah, I probably should do that. Open up that tunnel. I'm trying to keep up with you guys simultaneously with trying to not just like fucking die. Jeez. And then you have Augur and Minion's car, which sure aren't anything. Yeah, Minions I think is based off the Minion version for the previous games, which was obviously a fictional design. And then Augur is just like to me it's like a generic Augur. I don't know construction vehicles all that well. Which Twisted Metal is this? It looks like 3, but you started talking about Paris when I joined. Oh, okay, yeah, no, this is Twisted Metal 3. You're right. We're talking about Paris because on the YouTube chat, which you can join if you go on YouTube, Destiny on YouTube. Oh fuck! What was the? Okay, great. I remembered it. Yeah, we were talking about Paris, Ontario, and Paris, Tennessee, because I'm getting more and more annoyed at the just lack of creativity in naming things. That's where Paris came up. I wonder where they got that USPS truck model. It doesn't feel like it makes sense to make that your test game. Yeah, I don't. Where did that come from? Because like, if you know you're not going to use it in the final game, like obviously you can't use a USPS truck. So you think they would want to use a model that they can use in the game, so they're not wasting effort and resources. So yeah, I'm curious too where the USPS truck came from. That's a great point. Oh my god. Oh my god. You gotta get the health. Oh boy. Alright. Keep out sign. There you go. Whoever suggested that, there you go. There's your money shot. God, the physics in this game are just, like, inexcusably bad. And, like, I know this game was based on a Rallycross game that 99 Studios developed before they worked on this one, but I feel like even for a racing game, these are, like, really poor physics. They're just bad all around. I can't think of a single, like, game that would make sense for this level of, like, floaty, bouncing around. Everything is, I don't know, it's, like, the slightest touch completely flips over your car. It's ridiculous. There's also a Manchester, New Jersey. Dang, this list of duplicate places keeps getting longer. I swear, like, you know, because the amount of towns and, like, townships and cities and provinces and whatever, like, all your geography terms, the amount of, like, different places that are named other things, I mean, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And it makes it so confusing to know which one you mean when you mean a certain thing. It's a miracle anyone knows anything at all. And I guess I mean that generally. I don't know how anyone knows anything. Reality is a construct. I like Thumper's special in this game better than the flamethrower. Oh god, I'm running into a wall. Yeah, I'm learning to like his special too. I thought when I started this I would like the special from the other games better. Oh my god, everyone's flipping around. Okay, it's a race to the health. Gotta get it. One thing I don't like about the turbo in this game is that if you run out of turbo while you're holding the triangle button, the triangle doesn't keep accelerating for you. Like, you have to switch back to the square button, which I think is, I don't know, it's just a quality of life thing that I don't like that much. So I feel like in other games, I guess they use you would double tap the accelerator, so you would still be pressing it even when you ran out of turbo. But this game, it's a separate button, and I don't know. I'm just nitpicking at this point because I'm bad at the game. Okay, now I'm in YouTube chat. Thanks, Right Side, for joining on the YouTube. I hope it's a better experience for the for watching it, the audio, the chat, everything. I hope it's better. YouTube in general just seems like it's more. Fuck, got the hell. YouTube in general seems like it's just better for this sort of thing. YouTube is great if I want to like twerk to a popular song, but if I want to do what I'm doing now, it seems a little more difficult. So thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Maybe it's a generic truck model they brought in and slapped USPS texture over it to humor themselves. Could be. Yeah, I think when you're under that level of crunch that the 99 Studio team was, I think you gotta find some way to enjoy yourself. You know, insert a little humor, little personality into things. But when you're under that level of crunch, you would want to use, like, you know, your time wisely. So making USPS truck. Oh, he jumped over the health somehow. Okay. Trying to give me a hand, man. Oh my god. Augur, please. Can you just go away? I don't care where you go. Just away. Go to hell, Michigan, I guess. I feel like my special doesn't regenerate all that quickly, because I feel like I'm always out of it. Okay, just regenerated, so we have that. There we go. There we go. Machine guns, come on. We can do it. It could be worse. It could be Sweet Tooth or Hammerhead. Those two love to be flipped. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I think Thumper is one of the more forgiving ones in this game, as far as the physics go. And I'm still having all this trouble. Like, I think the only vehicle that doesn't flip over too much is, like, maybe Primeval, and that's a Game Shark one. And then Augur, I think, is fairly decent at not tipping over. Okay, looks like they all came over here to get some health. Golly, these machine guns are useless, man. Holy crap. Okay, I could probably finish off. There we go. Okay. Augur, please. Okay, there we go. Okay, I don't know if it's regeneration still, so I'm hoping that when I kill Club Kid, it just goes straight to Minion, where I have 2 lives to dispatch the fella. Okay, Club Kid, go away. Okay, I'm just gonna hope this mortar can put some work in. Good lord, this is hard. Alright, I think he's going for health. He's going for health, I just know it. Oh, great. Great strategy, great work. 99 Studios published Jet Moto 2 Championship Edition under the Greatest Hits banner. I'm going to trust you on that, because I cannot confirm nor deny that. Sounds right. Thank you, Mike Mendoza, for the follow. I appreciate that. My favorite was Twisted Metal. Yeah, I'm glad I can play your favorite one. I'm very bad at it, so this might not be the way you remember it. I'm sure you remember shredding the competition as if they're wet paper, but instead, I'm getting bullied by Minion. But I do have 2 lives, so if I can somehow find a way to do any sort of damage to him consistently, I think we have a chance. Augur is very hard to flip, yeah. I might try Augur then at some point, because I'm trying to read chat at the same time as like playing the game, and because of that I keep running into walls, and it turns out walls are like, I don't know, they're the antithesis of gravity, I guess. Hold on, oh boy. The physics are way too floaty, Twisted Metal 3, and big vehicles like Sweet Tooth and Hammerhead flip way too often and easily. Oh, 100%. Sweet Tooth is the only car I've seen drive on its side. I don't know if you saw it earlier in the stream. I was on my side for a good 5 to 10 seconds with Thumper. I somehow found a way. So I hope maybe I can, when I get the VOD, I'll try to clip that so we can all bask in the glory of sideways driving with the non-Sweet Tooth character. So I think the way to do Minion is just to freeze spam. I think that's the way. But he does like this reverse freeze with his special. Okay, all right. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Freeze, freeze, freeze. Oh god. Okay, I think I found the way to do it. You just gotta run away until you have freezes, and then you just spam that, and that's it. That's the whole strategy. So let's run away to get weapon/health, because I assume one of them is probably respawned. Yeah, not the one down there. That's good. Okay, I'm way behind on chat. I apologize, everyone. I love all your comments and thoughts, but I'm getting sweaty here. We got to put our gamer pants on. Got to put in some work. Okay, remote bomb, putting some work in. Good God. The stress. The anxiety. The intensity. This is what you came here for. Okay, I thought I was going crazy. Did Sweet Tooth just drive through the wall? Oh boy, I don't know how behind I am. I'm on the minion battle now, so that was probably a while ago. No, just cloaked. Okay. Alright, I'm glad you got that covered. Oh boy, this is so tough. Because I have to look for the healths too, because if those healths respawn and he grabs them, that's pretty much it for me. That's game over. Old school Twisted Metal, hard as fuck. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm learning to like this game. I'm learning to play this game, and I hope I can just get past this fucking boss battle. We did it. We fucking did it. Fuck yeah. Hell yes, we got it. I wish in the future they would bring back Rob Zombie's Dragula car. I just like the visuals of it. I do think that was really interesting to bring in, like, a real world person, like a real personality character, I guess, into Twisted Metal. I thought that was smart. You could see it's like a cynical cash grab or whatever, but I think it was interesting. And I like that, they brought in the Dragula car as his vehicle. I don't know, it just brought a level of charm and I don't know, excitement to the game that I think it needed after Twisted Metal 3. Hammerhead seems like the card that flips the most in this game. Like all the videos I've seen for this game involves Hammerhead on its side. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. Because Hammerhead's on this level. See if I can find them, and I can just I'll give them a slight bump. We can count how many times they barrel roll. Sorry, I had to talk to the cops about a fight. My goodness, what the fuck happened? Jeez. There's always something going on with you. I assume you weren't the fighter. I hope you're just a spectator. Also, don't worry about the chat, Des. You're gaming right now. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Because I mean, everyone has like their own, philosophy for content, I guess. I think some people, they're more gameplay forward, where like they value like having good gameplay. That's the entertaining part to them. Other people, I think, are more concerned with like the commentary. I'm probably one of those people. So I'm willing to put the gameplay aside to try to be interesting with just interacting with you guys or my own thoughts and opinions and stuff. So I'm trying to balance all that, but I do need to be somewhat good at the game to make that work. So I'm trying. But yeah, my gamer pants are on. Got my belt, got my undergarments, my gamer undergarments. We're ready to go. And chat on YouTube is bumping right now. It's bumping right now. I love that. Man, if only you had your special there while he was shoved against the wall. Thumper's special loves that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta learn like the right places to use his special. I got 4 of them right now, so we should okay, well. Oh, we gotta get the password. Okay, right R1, triangle up L2. Right R1, triangle up L2. Okay, I think I can remember that. I had to call the cops because people were fighting in the construction area. Yeah, that sounds like a fight club to me, man. Holy cow. TM4 was peak 90s cheese, but I was a huge fan of Rob Zombie at the time. Okay, right. Fuck. Damn it. Right. Fuck. Forgot the password. Get distracted with the chat. It was right. R1 up. Triangle L2? No. Right triangle R1 up L2. No. Fuck. I'm gonna recruit the help of the chat, please. Oh, thank God. Right R1 triangle up. Fuck. Right R1 triangle up L2. All right, we got there. Thank you so much, Sweet Pepino, coming in clutch, helping me out. You're watching my brain turn to mush in real time. Enjoy the show. You'll melt cars if you can push them into a wall. Google search TN3 passwords. Yeah, I should probably write down the password. I should just prepare in general for these playthroughs. But I should definitely write down the passwords to these games before I start. That way I don't have to ask for help. I can seem like I have some semblance of expertise and professionalism, but instead I have the wonderful chat. So thank you all. You could say this chat is thumping right now. Thank you very much for that. That was good. Chat's thumping. Is this Hot Wheels Turbo Racing? No, this is Twisted Metal 3 for the PlayStation 1, released in 1998. So third game of the franchise, as one might imagine. Often considered the low point in the series. But I'm playing it now, learning to like it, and finding out that there is a large portion of the population who consider this to be the greatest game in the car combat franchise, the car combat genre as a whole. I got you, as long as I catch the death myself. Okay, thank you. You're so far you are the resident password expert. Now, whether your resume, reflect. Fuck, damn it. Fuck, flower power. You got the damn full health. I always try to get the full health myself, so I don't have to keep doing health bars over and over and over again. Because when Kongdu did his playthroughs, he made it seem like the only time that the enemies go for health was on the pure lunacy difficulty, but on any difficulty, I think that they will go for health. Like, they're programmed that as soon as the health pops up, they will go directly for it. And it's more forgiving when there's more enemies on the field, because, you know, only one enemy can get, you know, the healths. But when you're down to like one or two, it makes it really hard, because you're always having to do like cycles around the map trying to find the health, so they don't grab it before you. And I don't want to stay down here too long, because I'll die. But the freeze and combo of the special is working really well. It's putting in some real work, especially on Minion. Saved my ass against Minion. But what I want to try to do, especially since they're down there currently, is you could blow up that grate and then someone can fall into it and potentially perish. Be sent to the Shadow Realm. I've been writing them down when I notice you died, just to help me stream along if you need be. I appreciate that. I appreciate putting that sort of thought and effort into it. That really means a lot. It means a lot that there's people watching us in general, let alone just people willing to pay enough attention and care enough to make this not so hard. So thank you. I remember the old trick I always used here. You perch yourself on the inner edge of the fan pit and shoot a power missile at it when an opponent runs in for an easy kill. Ooh, okay, I can try that. Because I thought the remote bomb was the easiest way to, like, activate that thing. Fuck. First TM I ever played. Oh, awesome. Yeah, like, I'm genuinely shocked how many people played this as their first game. Because, I think I mentioned it earlier, like, it was not the highest selling game in the series. Like, statistically speaking, like, you would think that the most, the game most likely to introduce you to the franchise would be Twisted Metal 2. You know, it came out earlier, it sold more copies. You think it would work that way, but no, Twisted Metal 3 seems to be the fan favorite. Maybe people who played Twisted Metal 2 first just didn't play it again, but people who played Twisted Metal 3 continue with the series enough to end up watching me play it live. So maybe the results are skewed that way, but I don't know. I'm surprised. Thank you for the follow, DeadFiend13. Appreciate that. If you want a better viewing experience, you can head on over to YouTube. I'm Decidue on YouTube. You can watch me stream this full screen with better audio from my microphone and stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, please feel free. Otherwise, hang on TikTok. We're all hanging out here. We're all having fun. Rush Hour was a cool idea, but a dumb decision that was repeated in All Stars. The super auto kill, so everything else is worthless. I think I'm missing something here. Also, I don't want to die down here. I should really get out of the lava. I like how the rooftops level in this game, like, it's not instant death if you fall into the pit, which I think I really appreciate that, because people who have seen a number of my streams know that if there is a bottomless pit to fall into, I will fall into it, and it will not take much effort. I'll just somehow find myself falling into it, and yikes, there's no health. I was hoping maybe that the full health would be back, but that was a dream that asks too much of reality. Golly, this is tough. Because if I die now, then we're toast. Let's see. Wait, Star Wars had a car combat game? Okay, well, I died, so now's a good chance to read the chat. Okay, I've been writing them down. Okay. Vigilante 8, but way more watered down. Yeah, the Vigilante 8 guys made a Star Wars car combat game. That's interesting. I didn't know that. That was what was her name? Luxaflux, I think was her name. Right. L1. Something. I gotta go back on chat. It was. Okay. You can't delete it. If you get the wrong input, you gotta just. So right. R1 triangle up. L2. Great. Sweet Pepino, you are coming in clutch here, my friend. Thank you very much. The blimp is at rooftop level. You can. I mean, that's probably not wrong. But I always viewed the Tokyo level as a rooftops level, mostly because it's on the rooftops. But the bottomless pit that's available on this map is like a fan instead of like a rooftop. Where the blimp level, it is like, you know, you could fall to your death from like the hole on the blimp. So I guess there's 2 rooftop levels if you want to be real generous. I played all the TM games except TM Lost and a tiny bit of TM 2012. I think honestly, you're missing out if you haven't played 2012. I think as a gameplay experience, like on its own, like no other factors considered, I think the gameplay of 2012 is among the best. It's smooth. I think it's deep, and it's satisfying. I don't know. I can't speak highly enough about the gameplay of 2012. There are issues for sure. It's just I think they're easy to overlook because the gameplay is so good. So if you ever have a chance to play it, I definitely recommend. Sucks. Was TM on PS3 a remake of 1 or an addition to the TM series? The version on the PS3, it's just called Twisted Metal. It's a reboot. I call it Twisted Metal 2012. I think some people just call it TM PS3 or, you know. But it's a reboot for the franchise, so it doesn't connect in any way to any other game in the series. It kind of assumes that there is no other Twisted Metal game, like lore-wise. It kind of stands on its own. There are references to other Twisted Metal games and stuff, but it's not trying to replicate anything from other games. I want to get a PS3 at some point, try the game. I missed out on their TM 2012 definitely being one of them. Oh, for sure. And also, if you get a PS3, not only is it playable, you can play 2012 on it, which is good, but you can play any of the PS1 games on there too. So every PS3, as far as I know, regardless of if it's the fat or the slim or the whatever, they have the potential to play a PS1 disc. So you just slot it in there, and off you go. So not only do you get to play 2012, but you can play 1, 2, 3, 4, and Small Brawl as well. So a lot of value there if you're a Twisted Metal fan, and you don't have access to emulation. So like if you are a Twisted Metal fan and you want to have physical copies of things and you want to be able to play those physical copies, having a PS3 allows you to play every game in the series except for Head On. Head On you have to play on PS2 or a PSP if you have that version. All right, I have 2 specials, so now I know for a fact we can finish off Augur if I could just get on the right side of him. Okay, he fell into the lava. Let's just hope the lava takes him out. We'll put his death in God's hands. Flower Power will just scoot her off the edge. Yeah, and the lava really takes her health away fast. Oh, Augur? Oh, he came back up. You got lucky there, pal, but see you later. As Danny DeVito would say, would you care for an egg in these troubling times? I love Danny DeVito, man. I think someone asked where Daddy DeVito was. I don't think I responded to that, but my response is this is not Twisted Metal 4. There is no trash man, unfortunately. The racing mode of 2012 was pretty stinky. Yeah, no, without question. The racing on those in that game is inexcusable. It doesn't function well. I don't know, because the cars don't act like cars. They act like arena fighting characters that happen to look like cars. It's essentially like a Quake or Doom or Mortal Kombat or whatever, like just a fighting character put into an arena with like the skin of a car. And so to say like, okay, let's put these on a linear course where you have to get all the checkpoints and stuff, and your car can do like a 360-degree turn. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't make sense for these cars to do car things. And so those racing modes stunk. But the story I've heard why those even appear in the game was not because like they're so stupid that they didn't know they wouldn't work. I think there was an understanding by the team that they didn't work, except for one key developer who was like the lead network programmer or whatever, like the guy that would basically made the online work at all, which you can argue was maybe not its strength anyway. Like that guy maybe wasn't as talented as people say. I don't want to speak poorly of him. He's fine, whatever. But he was so valuable to the team that I think they were willing to like put in a feature in the game that he was really passionate about, the racing mode, despite how bad it was. Like they didn't want to upset him to the point that like they basically let him ruin the single player mode with those damn races. And that's why they're in the game. I always have to appreciate solid backwards compatibility. Oh, 100%, man. That's why when the new generation of consoles came out, and I was fortunate enough to get one of them, I got the Series X just because of how easy the backwards compatibility is, versus like on the fuck you Warthog, you got health, versus the PS5, which it can play PS4 just fine, but when it comes to PS2, PS3, like it's almost non-existent, the backwards compatibility. So I do value backwards compatibility a whole lot, but emulation kind of solves that entire issue, or just having a PC does in general. It's cool to see people still playing TM. I feel like you never hear about it anymore. Yeah, and I'm not surprised you don't hear about it because its last game was 11 years ago. You know, and yeah, now a full 11 years now have passed since Twisted Metal 2012 came out. So it's not a surprise. The series has been dormant. But I think there's been a huge influx of content creators who are making stuff about this game. There's a TV show coming out sometime either this year or next. Like there's new developments, there's new people and thoughts and opinions and stuff about this game that just didn't exist, a couple of years ago, and I think that's really contributing to all the stuff we're seeing now. And I'm a beneficiary of that because now I can make content for you guys, and you guys seem to enjoy it. So it's really I'm really grateful for it. I think PS2 can play PS1 games too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, if you had a PS2, you can play you can play every Twisted Metal game except for the PS3 version. So I guess you can pick your poison there. Which one do you like more, Head On or 2012? Because that'll help you make your decision. Okay, regeneration has started. I have no lives, but I have 2 opponents that I think I can probably take out if I just have the right skill, the right determination, and a little bit of luck. I do play on emulator, but I like to have functional physical copies of my games and consoles first. That's fair, and I do admire that about people who are adamant about the physical copies and stuff. Because I think for preservation, I think it's better, especially for newer games that, like when you buy a game on Xbox or PlayStation stores, like the online store, like I don't think you actually technically own that game. I think you own a license to play the game, but like if that server, that store decides it doesn't want to list that game anymore, I think you lose access to it. Or if that store goes under for some reason, let's say Microsoft, some cataclysmic event happens and Microsoft dissolves and gets thrown into the ether, I think your games go with it if you bought it online. So having a physical copy, I think for preservation is great, and then emulation I think is really important for archiving games too. So there's definitely a thing for both, but having a physical copy, can't beat it, man. I was hoping to find Discord servers for Twisted Metal that had people willing to join for the occasional match with an emulator. As far as I know, there are. There is the Twisted Metal Alliance is a Discord server. They were a forum for a long time. It's like a message board, and they do host Twisted Metal Black online games pretty frequently, like at least once a week, I think. Twisted Metal PS3, I think also you can run games off of their Discord. They'll set up stuff, not nearly as frequently as the black ones, but they do it. Okay, freeze. Okay, we can finish them off. We can do this. We did it. Fuck yeah, we did it. Great job, everyone. Well done. Twisted Metal Black is also on PS3, but the online store download. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's actually where, if you watched my YouTube videos on Twisted Metal Black, that's where I'm playing the game. I'm playing it on a digital download version of Black. But it's also available on PS4, which makes it the only game natively appearing on like a modern console, which is insane. Because I think it's the version it has on PS4 is not like just a straight up port, or like just like a backwards compatibility emulation sort of thing. It's like a native version. It's upscaled to 1080p, so it's HD. It has trophy support, which is I think pretty cool. Like a 22-year-old game can have trophy support. So yeah, if you have a PS4 or PS5, that is definitely a cool way to check out that game. I'm gonna play Team Fortress 2 MVM, but I'll have your stream open on YouTube. Well, I appreciate the you pull in a multitasking duty. That's awesome. I appreciate that. And okay, it was L2 start right left triangle. L2 start right left triangle. Okay, I can remember that. L2 start, right, left triangle. All right. Is this Twisted Metal? Yeah, this is Twisted Metal 3 for the PS1, released in 1998. Oh shit, brought back old memories. Hell yeah. I'm glad you enjoy. Was fuck. Damn it. I remember it, and then I fucking read chat, and I just completely whiff. Yeah. Okay. L2, start, right. Fuck. L2, start, left, right, triangle. Thank you, Zane. Nope, that wasn't right. L2, start, right, left, triangle. Okay, close. Thank you all, Dead Fiend, Zayman, Sweet Pepino. Thank you all. You've all come in clutch for me being unprepared and bad at what I do. Thank you very much. As far as I know, the PlayStation, as long as you have purchased or downloaded the game, you can still play it regardless if it's delisted or not. Unless it's an online-only game, those things get shut off forever. Okay, I thought I remember somewhere at some point, like the license for a game expired on one of the stores I bought a game on, and it didn't give me access to that game anymore. And maybe I'm imagining that. I don't know. But I feel like I've read somewhere that when you download a game off of like PSN or Xbox, the game store, I feel like you don't actually get to own that game. You just own a license to that game that is sort of granted to you by like whatever store you bought it from. So I think you're kind of at the mercy of whatever storefront you use. God, I hate the rain missiles. They're so useless. Sorry, my bad for that one. No, it's all good. You got it mostly right. You got it close enough that I probably would have figured it out from there. But the kind people of this chat have come in clutch once again. But we're steadily making progress. I mean, we're on Egypt, and that means there's one level after this, and then we beat the game. So I'm certainly no Kongdu where I can blast through this game with no edits in under 40 minutes or whatever. But it's taken 2 hours to get to this point, and I think that's pretty good. And we had fun along the way. But it does make me a little, I don't know, a little annoyed at myself because, like, there's other people that stream pretty frequently these Twisted Metal games, and like Winters 99 or Fiendly, and then there's different playthroughs from Kongdu and stuff as well, where they're just flying through this game, and they can do multiple playthroughs in one stream, because of just their ability at this game. They can get through it quick enough that it makes sense to do more than one. Whereas for me, I can get through one in like 2.5 hours or whatever it is, and then now it's time to go. It makes me a little sad. Although when I played Twisted Metal PS3, that one I do have an easier time getting through, so that one does allow me to sort of play multiple games. I absolutely love this game. I'm glad I can play a game that you like. And is there health down here? I really hope there is. Okay, Spectre is coming to join us. Okay, I'm going to plant a bomb. We're going to set some traps. We're going to utilize some strategy here. We're going to stop playing like cavemen. We're going to start playing with some IQ. So I'm going to sit here and wait for Grim. I feel like the remote bomb should have done more damage than it did. And Outlaw's gotten health somehow, because I feel like they were much lower a second ago. Come on, come on. Mortar. God, the mortar just kind of does whatever it wants, man. Okay, we have a couple specials. Can probably finish off Outlaw pretty quick. Or not, or I can just be on my hood, I guess, doing a handstand. Fantastic. You should be able to download it if it's on the PSN, unless it's super specific I'm not aware of. Because I have quite a few delisted games I can still play. Yeah, maybe... Yeah, I think you're right about the delisted thing, for sure. I thought it was PlayStation that I had an issue with. I think the game maybe got taken down or something. I don't know. I'm in uncharted territories right now. I'm sort of speaking out of what I can vaguely remember. So I'm going to defer to you and say you're right. I still own WWE 2K16 on my Xbox, but I believe it's been delisted from the store. So I think Xbox you retain ownership. Well, that's great. So I think maybe if it gets delisted, I think you still own it. But I think maybe if the publisher decides, I don't know, because I just feel like the license is different from owning the actual game. Whereas, like, if you have a physical copy, like, they can't revoke the copy, but I think they can revoke the license, like a downloaded version of a game. Come on, come on, come on. I watched a few videos of Kong do, and while he's very good at speeding through the game, his constant complaining and repeating jokes is very grating. Yeah, I know what you mean. I do feel like he's just a different flavor of creator than I think of some of the other people that have been making Twist Metal videos. So I think that there's definitely there's an audience for it. There's I think 1,500 people or so subscribe to him, and they enjoy it. And I enjoy it sometimes too, but I know exactly what you mean. But I think it's part of the thing, just being like ultra sarcastic. He doesn't edit his videos, which I think when you're trying to fill time, you're trying to fill silence. I think you end up just kind of repeating whatever you last said a few times. So I know what you mean, but I just have a hard time thinking that like it works, man. It just people enjoy it. How are you playing it? PS1. This is on the PS3. It's a physical PS1 disc, so I own Twisted Metal 3 discs, but it's placed into a PS3 at the moment. Love your content. I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy it. I do my best, but I certainly could I could do better. But it's just there's only so many hours in the day. I can't do this full time. As much as that would be great. I don't earn much money, if at all, from any of this stuff. So I can only do so much. I forgot how to use this eye thing. I think it's like a laser beam that you place a marker on the ground and then detonate it or something. The delisting problem is why I hate the idea of an all-cloud gaming future. Oh yeah, I think that's for people. I think it was The Completionist. There's if anyone's familiar with The Completionist on YouTube, pretty like a extremely prominent video game creator, where I think there was the Nintendo Store on the Wii and the Wii U and the DS, I think, they're like basically shutting down their store. So if you own any games on those stores, you will no longer have access to those games. And I think what The Completionist did was he bought every single game on all of those different storefronts, and I think he put them into a big file or something that's available online. So basically, like, he archived every single game from those storefronts just because of that problem, where you have you're at the mercy of all these different publishers and marketplaces and stuff, that if you have something bought on there and then they just go under, or they decide they don't want to host it anymore, or whatever the problem, you lose access to it. Whereas, if your retro game store, you buy something at that place, an old PS2 game or what have you, you get to just own that. And Sony can't just say, well, we're going to shut down our PS3 servers. Good luck. You get to own it. For real, and I think that's great. If you didn't have it downloaded, you couldn't download it again. Is that the delisted conversation? I think that sounds right. I have a physical copy of the NBA game from a few years ago, and I can't play it at all. Because it won't let you connect to the servers. It has to always be online. They already shut them down as of March 27th. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit late then. Yeah, so I think it was like a pretty... I heard about it, so it must be a decently sized news story. That The Completionist had, bought, a copy of all those games from those marketplaces to make them available to the people online. A fan shouldn't have to be the one archiving games. They deserve a place in the gaming history, and people deserve to have access to it. So it shouldn't be on an independent creator to archive and preserve those games. But that's the reality that we're in. Plus the risk of consoles getting updated, being able to break delisted games. That happened to PT. Yeah, that's a good example too. I think PT is a cool game and all, but I think the mythos of that game, its legendary status, came mostly just from the fact that you can't buy it anymore. Just for the fact that it got ripped from the store. You can't, the publisher or whoever it was said that, nope, you can't play it anymore. And there's PS4 consoles that have it downloaded in still, like that aren't connected to the internet, so they can't take it from the console. So there's consoles you can buy with that game on it for like thousands of dollars, all because of a publisher just decided that something they chose to release, and give to people. They said nope, you can't access this anymore. You no longer are allowed to. It's frustrating. What I was saying was I had Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but after the Disney deal, they removed the game from the store, and if you didn't have it downloaded, you can't get that version anymore. 2, not 3, my bad. Okay. Yeah, sorry. I think I'm for if you're not aware, if you just joined, I'm doing a Twisted Metal 3 stream. I'm playing the game. That's one thing. I'm playing it for 2 different streaming platforms right now, TikTok and YouTube. So I have 2 concurrent chats going on top of me playing a game. And so if I miss any chats or anything, I apologize. I don't mean to ignore anything. I love all your comments. I love reading them and interacting with you guys. But sometimes it's a little much. But that's a good problem to have. Fuck. L2 triangle. No, L2 start, right, left triangle. L2 start, right, left triangle. Okay, I'm not going to read any chat until I get the password. Okay. Okay. L2, start. Right, left. Triangle. Yes. Okay. No, I get it. I stream too, so I know what it's like. Okay, I'm glad you understand. I mean, I'm super grateful that I can do this at all for any amount of people. But, I don't want to sound like I'm complaining. It is a little tough. A little bit tough. I know him. Yeah, he went and bought all the stuff off the eShop before it shut down, and he could donate a gaming preservation organization, I believe. It was a good video. Yeah, I love that. I just hate that it shouldn't be their responsibility, to make that happen. Okay, I'm trying to get to the health. Oh my god, just let me get to the health. You sons of bitches. Oh, okay, good. With the most baffling thing being all the red tape you ran into while trying to buy all the eShop cards to buy everything with. Oh, because I didn't get to watch the video yet. I'll probably check that out tonight. I only heard about just the fact that he did what he did. I didn't actually know the process of doing it. So I knew it was like a bunch of money too. Like it was, like at least like tens of thousands of dollars, and plus like trying to get something you can store all of that, all those games on. Like it's just I don't know. Overall, it's like a monumental effort that should not be their responsibility to do. Absolute hero, 100%. Reminds me of why I don't play online MMOs or gachas. The service will end and you'll have nothing from it. I could still live my Final Fantasy 3 save from 20 years ago and still enjoy the fruit of grinding. Yeah, that's a great point too. Like, the ephemeral nature of these like online only, massively multiplayer online stuff, because you're at the mercy of a server, and even if the server isn't down for good, if it's down for maintenance, like let's say you have a full-time job, a family, a life, all that stuff. You might only have a few hours a day to play, and so if that server's under maintenance for that few hours, like you're just out of luck. You can't play the game that you just want to go and play. Grimmy, son of a bitch, you motherfucker. But yeah, all that health you just picked up, it's gone. How do you like that? Fucking asshole. Do you still work with trains? Yes, I do. I do still work with trains. Anyone who's anyone's wondering, my not streaming occupation is I work on trains. I'll be deep into a boss in Dark Souls 3 and have people losing their mind because I'm not reading their comment right away. Yeah, and I can't imagine what that's like when you're trying to, people are watching you because they care about you and your personality and the way you play games or whatever it is, So, but they have to understand that, like, I don't know, you're not at their beck and call, man. Like, you're trying to play a game at the same time as talking to people. It's a lot of effort, So I'm glad you guys are patient and kind, because I don't know if I would. I'm a sensitive person. I'll be honest. So I think that the moment someone's like slightly negative towards me, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This sucks. This isn't worth it. You guys are mean. But no, everyone's just so nice, so kind. Like you make it so encouraging and so easy to do. You guys are great. Okay, Club Kid. I'm gonna ask you politely, if you don't mind, to just fuck all the way off if you can and stop getting fucking health, you piece of shit. Little fuck ass Mini Cooper, get over here. Like his hitbox is so small that like I have trouble getting my fucking freeze to land. If it doesn't just like fucking ground itself into the damn dunes. This map is my least favorite, I think, of all the maps. It's not interesting to look at. The hills really make it hard to do anything at all. And like in the way the physics are, the dunes like make you flip over, bounce around. Like it's just everything you try to do is just so much harder. Sometimes, even when people who made the game don't archive them properly, I think Konami discarded the source code for Silent Hill 2, and that's why the HD collection was so bad. See, that's ridiculous. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to, like... I don't know. I mean, look, I'm not in the industry. I don't know what the practices are, the protocols, or whatever, like... But it just feels like when you're that big of a company like, you know, Konami is, you know, one of the biggest in the world at doing what they do, there should be no excuse for something like that happening. At all. Like, just I don't know, put it on, like, a fucking hard drive. I don't know, like a 7,500 RPM, like, SATA hard drive. Just shove it in a closet somewhere, let it sit for a decade, and then when you need it, take it out. Like, there should be no excuse for something like that. Okay, he's going for the health. I know he is. Well, thank you for the follow, and Flanker. I appreciate you doing that. And Ivan Too Shiesty, thank you for the... Thank you for the follow. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. One thing I didn't realize would be an issue, like, you know, doing content creation is, like, trying to, like, pronounce people's names, like, in real time. Harder than it looks, man. I like to think I can do okay at it, but there's some names that really get me. My live is flagged for bullying and harassment. Okay, well, I don't know where that came from, but I apologize. Whoever did that. At least it's not microblast small. 100%. Yeah, like, and that's, I think most of the vehicles that are in Twisted Metal 4 have that problem where the hitboxes they're so small. Like every car in that game, it seems like it's like a toy in a toy box. Like, just, I don't know if the scaling or just the proportions of the car in relation to the map. It seems so strange. Like, they seem like toys, and it makes it harder to hit them too. This level is genuinely one of my bottom 5, even for this being my favorite game. Yeah, I don't know how they made this map and said it was a good idea. But if you didn't have time to, you know, to play test or, you know, really think about what was going into this game, I could see how it got through for sure. My dad worked on trains. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I think trains are the lifeblood of this country. I think it's important to keep them going. Unless you're like a... I don't know, the Norfolk Southern, whatever, the one that keeps derailing. You know, you don't want to be those guys. Are there any Easter eggs on this map? I guess it depends what you mean by an Easter egg. There's hidden areas, things that you can check out. So I'll go to this one over here. So if you blow up this little pillar here, it opens up this cave tunnel area you can go inside of. And I think there's a teleporter. I think if you blow up this here... There we go. Or I can just get blasted. I got 1 life left. That's why I chose an easy name. Yeah, Mr. Vig, so easy to pronounce. Yeah, I mean, you guys should be able to name whatever you want to be named. That's 100% up to you. But you're doing content creators a great service if you make it not like the hardest thing ever to pronounce. Okay, I think I could probably... if I didn't get frozen, I could probably have finished off... Axel there, but instead I'm getting bullied a little bit by Augur. Okay, there we go. The cars are small and the weapons don't do any damage. Good combo. Yeah, thanks. Trying, man. Norfolk Southern can't seem to keep a train on the rails these days. Yeah, and yeah, I'm not super informed on the reason for that is, but my guess would be it's just a lack of maintenance. You know, they're not maintaining the tracks or the locomotives themselves. I think actually it's the not the locomotive, it's like the cars that it's pulling. I think those are the ones that are derailing. I don't know. I'm sure there's like, you know, dozens of, you know, news articles and, you know, papers and stuff on why that might happen. Let's just hope it doesn't keep happening. Alright, I am having a ton of trouble. I can't get enough weapons, really. That's really the main issue here. because I don't have enough health to feel confident, and all the weapons I pick up are borderline useless. Okay, there's a health way over there. Man, I didn't think this was going to take as long as it has, but, man, fucking, here we are. You son of a bitch. Axel, you fuck. Oh, man. I just want to get through this, man. I want to get to the final level. I hate this level so much. It's so bad. And that's me. I'm pretty... I think I'm pretty forgiving with these games. Like, you know, for all their faults, I tend to... I don't know, I tend to be pretty lenient on some of this stuff. But this map, just so bad. Like, if it was at least interesting to look at, it maybe would be so bad. Okay, I could probably get it with the napalm. Remote. Because I feel like every time I get someone close to dead, they somehow just magically get a fucking health. Makes it so much harder. Okay, Augur has no health at all. Like, this should not be this hard. Okay. Warthog, put in the work. Thank you very much. The Polar Express is stored right down the road from me in Owasso, Michigan. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be really cool to check out. I need health bad. I read that there isn't an increase in derailments, but an increase in people being informed over it. Yeah, I think that's true. Like, I don't know the statistics off, you know, my dome or anything, but I think it was just more notable because of the recent derailment, the Norfolk Southern one, because it had like the hazardous chemicals and stuff. So I think that's the reason why people gave a shit, not simply that it was just a derailment. Because yeah, over the course of history, there's been hundreds and hundreds of derailments. So there's nothing special about that itself. It's more of like the effects of it. Axel out of nowhere. Yeah, he's really breaking my heart here. It's okay. We've got the 2 healths that spawned in recently, and I don't know what it is. My freezes just refuse to connect. I won't pretend to know why. I'm not really a train girl, but I've heard of them derailing a few times recently from a podcast. Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of reasons why it would happen. It could just be like an obstruction on the rail or anything. But I think like Mr. or like Ann Flanker said, they happen all the time. It's just something that we're now becoming more aware of as a public entity. Can I just finish this fight, man? Like, Axel, please just make this easy on me, man. It doesn't have to be this hard. Like, the longer this goes on, the more my brain turns to mush, and that's, like, probably a joint effort between, like, Twisted Metal 3 being the way it is, and also just, like, me trying to talk for 3 hours straight or whatever. Just, I'm falling apart here, fellas. It's tough. Don't worry, Egypt and TM3 in general drags on. Yeah, I didn't expect this to go, like, at a breakneck pace anyway. But this has really grinded it to a fucking halt, dude. And, like, I don't know what the details of it were, but TikTok informed me that my stream was being flagged for bullying and harassment. And I can't imagine why. But I think exposing people to Twisted Metal 3 Egypt, I would imagine, maybe not... Yeah, we got him. Great, we did it. Maybe TikTok has a problem with that. Not sure. Oop. Accidentally kicked my phone. There we go. Okay, last level. Then we can get out of here. And one thing to know about this level... I think my controller died. Oh, shoot. Okay, one moment. I have to change out my controller. Alright. Hot swap. I came prepared. There we go. Back at it. Oh, it's weird. Like when you pick up a controller that's like been sitting there, it's like cold. I don't don't like it. Maybe TikTok heard you read that one guy saying New Jersey is fugly in that place. Names are dumb. It could have been, definitely. That was also like an hour ago, so I don't know if it was just slow or what. But whoever took offense to that, I do genuinely apologize. If that even happened, or I don't know if someone's trolling or what. But I try to be respectful and sensitive to people's thoughts and opinions and stuff. So I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings intentionally. Need to restart anyway to get your lives. Go ahead and need them for Primeval's. Yeah, no, you're right. 100% right. So R1, R1, X, L1 select. R1, R1, X, L1 select. Okay. Okay, I think that one's pretty easy. I think I can get that one. Okay, R1, R1, X. Triangle select? No, fuck. Don't tell me it's R1, R1, X, L1 select. Yes, got it. Fuck yeah. Do you think the new Twisted Metal show will be good? I have an open mind towards it. I think that there's definitely a potential for it to be good, but it might not be good in a way that we expect it to be. Because from all accounts, it's going like it's a completely different universe from all the other Twisted Metal games. It's a post-apocalypse. We're following the story of John Doe, who's played by Anthony Mackie, who's also Captain America, I think now in the Marvel Universe. So pretty notable actor. But it's their story of delivering a package. They're a courier in a post-apocalypse, so getting a lot of Fallout, New Vegas vibes. And he just encounters a bunch of colorful characters and people along the way who are either trying to help him or prevent him from completing his mission. And that doesn't mention anything about Calypso or the contest or fucking anything. So it's really hard to say if it'll be good or if it'll share any, resemblance to things that we recognize in Twisted Metal. It's really hard to say, but I have an open mind. Mackie's also Tupac. Is he? That's interesting. I think he's a great actor. I really like him. So I think he's a good choice for Captain America. I don't know. I don't follow the Marvel lore. I assume maybe Chris Evans' character. I guess he died or he retired. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a good transition. I think Anthony Mackie's great. Ah, fuck! I lost the password. It's okay. I remember this one. It was R1, R1X, L1 triangle, something. I'm okay on this one, but I need to get all the different codes. Did I get them all already? I'm actually genuinely lost and confused. I did not. There's still one down there. So I know each of the rooms has one or two of them, I think. Or I could just get blasted. Jeez. From the Biggie biopic, Notorious. Oh, I gotta check that out, because I would like to see that. Okay, we gotta go downstairs. I hope to God they somehow manage to make a functioning Axel for the show. I want to see a real live Axel my entire life. That would be cool. That's a great point. I didn't think about that. I don't know if Axel is in the show. Oh, fuck. It happened. It happened. I fell off. You all thought I was joking. I mean it. If there's a way to fall to my death, I will fall to my death. There's no question. Oh my god. I'm just trying to fall. Okay, so I think in the corner... Okay, we got that one there. There might be one over here. Yeah, there it is. There's the last one. Okay, and I've lost both my lives and killed no one. Although someone did die, but because regeneration's still on, I can't do that. And the knockback on the weapons, like whenever you get hit with a weapon, like it pushes your car around, on top of, Klupkid using his special and stuff. Like there's a lot of things in this game that make you lose, like, control of your vehicle, and it's really frustrating. There's still one more. What the hell? I still go back to watch that bit from Conk's Hammerhead vid where he managed to push Primeval to the pit with her special. I think I remember that. He did that with multiple characters. He did it with Augur, I think Axel he did it with, and then, yeah, Hammerhead. So, I wonder if I can do that with Thumper. Like, it should be possible. Like, I can push people pretty easily. I can see that happening. Yeah, one. Thank you. Thank you for counting my falling deaths. So, a running joke on these live streams that when I fall to my death, the wonderful members of this audience will mock me for it and count. It happens more in Twisted Metal Black than anything, though, but it happened here. There's like a fucking 10 by 10 square to follow to my death, and somehow I found it. Alright, Outlaw. Alright, Outlaw. Fuck off out of here, dude. Maybe that's what TikTok flagged me for. Maybe I was just being mean to Club Kid or something. They're like, hey, that's not okay. It's okay. They're a fictional character. I can rip on them as much as I want. Just in case, because Primeval can randomly decide to spam a special and you're just dead. Oh yeah. Yeah, Primeval, I haven't fought him fairly yet. I think every time I played through this game, I ended up using cheats by this point in the game. And so I don't think I've had a fair fight. So we'll see how that goes. Damn it. I swear, the freeze missile went all the way around him. Ridiculous. And I know I have no lives left, and I still have... Oh, fuck, I didn't destroy the last... Oh, my God. I might just have to restart. This is embarrassing. Okay, R1, R1X... L1 select, okay. R1, R1X, L1 select, okay. Jeez. Hoo-wee. Yeah, I do have an open mind, for sure, about the TV show. And the game that's rumored to come out alongside that TV show... that... I mean, one, it's like less confirmed. Like there's no official word on that. But that I'm a little more worried about what form that'll take. Because the rumor is it's going to be a development by either Firesprite Studios or Lucid Games, and neither of which have worked on Twisted Metal, naturally. But the Lucid Games, they've worked on Destruction All-Stars, which was the other recent Sony car combat game. And as far as I can tell, the game was, like, technically okay. Like, the mechanics, like, moment-to-moment performance of it was good. But everything surrounding it, the gameplay mechanics, like how fun it is to play, the visuals, like the style and aesthetic of it was boring and bland, like Fortnite-style stuff. And so if that's the studio working on Twisted Metal, I really do... I don't have much hope that it'll be good. Because I think, a big part of Twisted Metal is its style and aesthetic. You don't want it to be, some generic, bland, corporate, whatever, like it has no soul. You don't want it to be that. The trick is you don't fight him fairly because he sure won't. Yeah, no, that's 100% true. So I'm gonna do my best to push him into the hole if I ever get to that point. So we picked a good character for it. And I think... I should be pretty close to getting all these switches taken care of. Okay, then we can take a teleporter up. And that should be it. Let's see if I don't flip over. Okay, yeah, that was it. Great. Great. And I thought Winters was gonna... Oh yeah, there's Winters right there. I was gonna say. People stream at this time at night. The fuck? Wow, what's up, Winters? I before I even saw your chat there, I was like, I thought you were going to stream tonight at some point. Because you had said that on your community post yesterday. Because I'd missed it. I was like, oh man, I want to check you out. But yeah, then I try to stream on Saturdays as best I can. I haven't done it in a couple weeks. So it's my first one back. First one on YouTube in general. So it's a big moment for me, and I'm very happy. Very happy to get to share this with a total of, almost 30 people. I'm streaming concurrently on 2 different platforms right now. And for anyone on the TikTok, if you want to have a better, experience listening to this or watching this, you can go to YouTube, Decidue. You'll find me streaming on there. But not for much longer. I'm almost done with the game after a solid 2.5 hours to this point. Just a ridiculous slog. Primeval has truly gross level of health and armor. Yeah, I'll be the judge of that. Oh fuck, did they go through the teleporter or they go invisible? Yeah, I'm going to definitely have to resort to some cheese tactics to take out. I don't want to use cheats. I want to finish this game fair and square, and I think it's the rite of passage for being a Twisted Metal content creator. is to I think to beat this game without cheats. I'm not a pure lunacy, which is a little rough, but I'm doing my best. That's all I can do. No, I got caught up with family stuff. Oh, I hope everything's all right. But I'm happy to see you here for sure. I wish you could have seen the majority of the stream because we're close to the end now. My brain has sufficiently turned to mush. You're now seeing the death wails of me, my final gasps as I collapse into nothingness. I've had my brain ground into hamburger meat for the last 2.5 hours with these wonderful people. I'll probably stream on Sunday night. Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'd love to check that out. I had a lot of fun last Sunday watching your stream. I'm really grateful to be a part of the content community of Twisted Metal that has risen up in the last year or so. But I'm especially happy that all the people that are a part of it are just some of the coolest, most enjoyable people to watch, and you're one of them. So I appreciate that. Dual streaming, yeah. So I'm streaming on TikTok, which is where I've got the most of my audience. There's about 17,000 people on TikTok that follow, and then I've since tried to transition over to YouTube, which is where I'm streaming concurrently. And there's 18 people on YouTube. That's insane, mind-boggling. Thanks for being the only content creator of TM on TikTok. Yeah, isn't that weird? Like, I don't know, like TikTok seems like it's such an untapped potential for this kind of content. You motherfucker. Flower Powers took the full health. This is insane. I don't know. I love Twisted Metal. I love talking about it, so it made sense to me to try to share as much as I can about it, on a platform that, I think is underserved for this this IP. So I'm just glad you guys can enjoy it. And I'm sure there's people that can do it, way better than me. But, I'm just happy you guys enjoy it. Let it be known there was one falling death into the blimp hole. the blimp hole, I love that. Yeah, if there's something to fall into, I will absolutely find my way to fall into it. It's hardwired into my brain. I understand. I lose my mind after 2 hours or so. Yeah, it's brutal, man. I honestly, I have a lot of respect for you in general, Winters, but especially just your ability to play these games for as long as you do, man. Holy crap. Especially this one. It's rough. I can play like, Black or Head On or 2012, pretty for long periods of time. But when it comes to the PS1 games, boy, do I struggle. It's tough. Wait, you fell into the hole? Yeah, I sure did. Unprovoked, too. I didn't get, pushed into it. I just drove into it. Damn it. My weapons feel so useless that, I can't do enough damage before they find the next health. So frustrating. I have seen this man killed the same people over and over again. I see Venus. Oh, my God. God, you son of a bitch. You're the worst. You're the worst, Flower Power, I swear. Stop getting the health. I feel like, is this the final boss? Has Primeval somehow transmorphed into, a caricature of a hippie? Because this is insane. She is impossible. No, man, you do a great job. I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. It's okay. I fell into the hole 3 times. 3 hits. Oh, my God. That's funny. I like that. It was funny. He cleared the jump long ways, but fell in trying to cut over a corner of it. Oh yeah, I will if it's the intended way to do something. I'm usually pretty okay at doing it, but I will find the dumbest possible way to do it. And I think there might be a health somewhere, right? It's gotta be. Fuck, man. Happens to the best of us. The void beckons. Yes, and as we all know, you stare into the abyss too long, it starts to stare back at you. And that's where I find myself. My brain succumbing to Twisted Metal 2, Twisted Metal 3 poisoning. Okay, I gotta put my gamer pants back on. I have napalm, which I can try to arc from 7 miles away to try to connect. Man, this is tough. This should not be this hard. This is not the final battle. This is just Flower Power. Okay, the full health, it's been a long enough time. I should probably go check on that. I like Twisted Metal as a whole because of this best game franchise ever. I don't know if I would put it in the best franchise ever, but it's got a, I don't know. For me, it's one of my favorites for sure, but I don't know if I can objectively say it's the best. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad I can bring you some content on that you like it. He loves the Void, and the Void loves him. You gotta find your victories where you can. If the cold embrace of the Void calls for you, and you're sitting alone on a Saturday night, maybe you take the bait. Dark Side Special on Black is quite bad. I like it. I like the Dark Side Special. I think it's one of the more viscerally satisfying ones, at the very least. It's maybe not the most powerful, but it when you land it and it works the way it's supposed to work, boy does it feel good. Okay, Flower Power's driving away. That must mean one thing. The health is respawned. My God, this might take the rest of eternity. We might end up with like the heat death of the universe. Entropy will find its way and infect everything we know and love before I finish off Flower Power. This is insane. Flower Power 2 is the final boss. Alright? My goodness, this is insane. Like, I'm trying to land these freezes, because the freezes, I think, with my special, are my best bet at getting this done. Fuck. Just go away, Flower Power. Okay. Alright. And we're just going to ram. No, the ram does nothing in this game. It's a useless tactic, and I hate it. My God. Okay, alright. I'm getting the health. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, finally. Alright. The tables... Do they be turning? Do they ever? Okay, I need weapons. I have no weapons. But there's a health over here, isn't there? Nope. Yes, denied. ×2, my friend. Get out of here. They say heavy metals are dangerous, but it's often forgotten certain types of twisted metal can be bad for you too. Oh yeah. I think the liquid mercury, I think is dangerous. Lead is dangerous, and twisted metal. Gotta look out for it. I always hated Flower Power. I'm learning to hate them now too. The conceit of this stream was, can I learn to like the game? Instead, what I've learned is to hate Flower Power. But I think all science experiments maybe don't result in what you think they do. Okay, you're driving away to the full health. I know you are. Okay, that was fucking stupid as hell. Thank you. Finally, we beat the final boss. Now for the final boss. My God. Not to backseat game, but your best bet is to grab weapons while Flower Power's health is above 50%. Remote at the teleporter, freeze, then rear attack like a mofo with homing if you have to. Okay, that's fantastic advice. Thank you. For Primeval, I will attempt that as well. However, I would like to push him into the hole. I think we'll see what the blimp hole has in store for our friend Primeval. My favorite game is Straight Plastic. Yeah, I love Straight Plastic White. My favorite game. Wow, that lightning does nothing. Holy shit. The definition of insanity is due to something over and over again, expecting something different. Yeah, that's my experience for sure with this motherfucker. Okay, this is our chance. What? Fuck. It's like he hit like an invisible wall. What the fuck was that, man? Jeez. Vigilante 8. No, this is Twisted Metal 3. It came out the same year as Vigilante 8. It's the same genre, but it is a different game. I think at some point I will check out Vigilante 8, but right now is Twisted Metal 3's time to shine. And boy howdy, is it hard. You have the unluckiest freezes. Okay, so it's not just me then. Because I swear, like, the amount of times that I feel like I should be connecting these. Okay, here's our chance once again. Yes! Fuck yeah! Let's fucking go. Great job, everyone. We did it. Fucking hell. Does giving you likes on TikTok Live help you gain viewers? It does. As far as I know on TikTok, if you keep smashing the like button, it helps promote it to other people's For You pages and stuff. So there's definitely a benefit to doing that. So I appreciate everyone who's hitting the like button, because I am really bad at asking people to do that. So thank you for unprompted 7.6 thousand likes. Thank you. Flower Power 3 approaches to challenge you. Scammed. Oh man, but we got it back. Game made up for it. Time to shine like a clean turd. My God. GG, easy. Just fucking be toxic in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Congrats. Pushing anyone to that pit is far more satisfying than a regular kill, in my opinion. Yeah, so not only is it more satisfying, but that fight would have taken possibly 10,000 years or so to finish the right way. So, hey, I'll take it where it comes. Dangerously close to a lynching joke, 989. Yeah, isn't that kind of... I don't think they meant it intentionally. I think it's just a poor choice of everything. But I don't think they meant to intentionally have that sort of joke in there. But you're absolutely right. Ogre and Sweet Tooth. I took it as a voodoo joke. A voodoo joke? Someone doxed by me? Oh my god. This is turning into a not so legal. This is borderline unacceptable. But I think that's all I got, fellas. I hope you enjoyed. That was me playing Twisted Metal 3, a single playthrough for the last, boy, I don't know, almost 2 hours, 3 hours now. But I had a bunch of fun doing it. You guys are all great. Thank everyone on the TikTok who showed up. Mr. Viggs, Panda, Zayman was there for a while. I'm not sure what happened to Zayman. We have, who else on here? James Gillette, Marlboro, Maine, among others. As I scroll up the chat there. Thank you all for showing up there. You guys are great. Play more. No, I didn't expect it to take 3 hours to finish that. Road Glide for Life, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Now I feel the need to stream Twisted Metal 3 tomorrow after Twisted Metal 4. Oh, by all means, man. I want to see you play it, because your skill greatly eclipses mine, so I would like to see someone play it at a high level. All the endings in this game have a rushed feeling to them, with how shallow and basic they usually are. Yeah, no, I think there's no good story in this game, for sure. 100% right. Very much enjoyed it. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Yeah, I hope you have a great night, everyone. Or morning, whatever time it is for you. I'm sure it's quite late anywhere in the art of the world. So thanks for stopping by. 2 hours? I'm so sorry. That must have been painful. No, I mean, the game was painful, sure, but you guys made it fun. Although I made it harder on myself because I kept trying to read the chat. 2 different chats at once. Boy, howdy. Yeah, too much for my brain. Well, all good, man. Can't wait until the next stream. I tend to stream on Saturday nights, so if you guys do want to check out the next one, that's the most likely time that I'll be doing it. And if you ever miss a stream, I try to upload the VODs to YouTube, so you can watch the full thing there as well. So, all right, yeah, that's all I got. No more chat. I'm out of here. Have a great night, guys.